And welcome back. It is Friday night. You're here with the Average Boys podcast. It's your boys Crispy, and I'm here with my boy Brian D from New Jersey. What is up, my dude?
Yo, Crispy, my boy. What's going on, baby? I love the no echo. I love it.
Yeah, no echo work. Getting that audio going. It's been a crazy week with all this stuff, huh? Our audio keeps doing our crazy daisy dancing and stuff. Yeah, but man. I gotta say, man, it's good to be back. It's good to be Friday. How's it going? How's your week?
Yo, my week has been fucking long, dude. Like, I was over it by Tuesday, but powered through it, man. Made it through the week. Almost done with the work week. I gotta work tomorrow because I'm an idiot and I want some extra money, so I'll work tomorrow. But yeah, man, that's about it. How about you, man? How was your week? I know you were dealing with the passing of your uncle and everything like that. So how are you doing? How are you holding up? What's going on with you?
Pretty good. It was pretty crazy. My mom's birthday was this week also.
Okay.
So like for her, it was pretty rough, of course, because having a brother pass away, and then like always getting that phone call. She was telling me that it's something she's working with. But yeah, I spent some time with my mother this week. Had a good week at the gym. Had some people join up. Spring breaks here. Everybody's partying at South Padre Island, but we out here in the gym just beating the shit out of each other, getting that work.
You're not a South Padre Island type of guy.
I'm too old for that already, man.
Too old?
Yeah, man. It's like yeah, that ship sailed a long time ago, man.
Really?
Yeah, no party for me at 40, man. Not with all those young cats, man. All right. I let those young cats experience that life because that was what we did when we were young. But you know what? Like looking at pictures and stuff, I've noticed that it's not as packed from pre-corona.
Okay.
So seeing all the kids and everybody go out there again. Spring break looking like a normal event. It's nice to see it all coming through, but it's so weird to witness it now and realize how much the world has changed after the corona, like after the virus hit and everything. So it's just so wild how the world's different now. I don't know. It's so hard to explain. Shout out to the boys, Rob, Vince, George. Thank you guys for sitting in with us and always coming in and hanging out with us. Robert says already in the comment sections that Shazaam was really good, but predictable.
Oh, come on, Rob. I was expecting Rob to be like, it was the best movie ever. But he did say that it was still good. So
hi, Danny.
What's up, Danny?
What's going on?
Everybody in the comments, what's going on, everybody?
Yeah, it's I haven't had the opportunity to see Shazaam, but we're going to be talking about it, of course. You didn't get to see it yet either, right?
I have not gotten a chance to see it just yet, but I did read the early reviews.
Yeah,
and
but we do got our trusty Rotten Tomatoes to kind of give us that idea that we'll be talking about and chatting. For sure, I'm probably going to go check it out this weekend. We have an event in Corpus. We're taking off in the morning. The event
tell me about that. What's going on in Corpus?
They're doing. I'll bring it up real quick and I'll literally read it out loud what it is.
Okay.
Tomorrow we are going to be at the Lone Star Sports Show in Corpus Christi at the Emerald Beach Hotel, starting at 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Christella, my best friend, got invited. She's a guest for cosplay stuff, and I'm gonna tag along and be her handler so no one picks on her.
She's a star, dude. Like she's everywhere, man.
She's everywhere. I try my best to help her as much as I can to build her as a brand. And dude, like she just posted up a picture on TikTok the other day of a Charizard costume. I don't know if you've ever seen like some of her costume builds, and the Charizard one is wild, dude. It's just a bunch of armor, real Monster Hunter. I don't even remember Monster Hunter, the video game. It's just there's so much detail to it, and right now it's up to like 2,000 or 3,000 likes and shares and like all this other stuff that people are really doing. Yeah, because it's such an intricate cosplay that you got to just appreciate the hard work that's put into it. It really is. So shout out to Christella for doing her work and her due diligence as a cosplayer and an artist. So that's what we all out here trying to do with all our content creating and trying to be entertainers and all that other stuff.
I like it.
So So yeah, she's gonna be out there. We're gonna go out there for the 5 hours and whatnot, meet some people, and then after, my best friend John, he pops up in the comment sections here and there. We're gonna meet up with him, go see Shazaam at the Alamo Draft House where the
Okay.
popcorn
All
kid is
right.
from. Like that, we're gonna go see if we can see that popcorn kid and get a picture with him.
Okay.
All right, you should go visit him at work and shit. And after that, probably barbecue and just enjoy the rest of the day.
Nice.
Just
I
enjoy the
like
rest
it.
of the thing. It's just gonna be. It's gonna feel nice to get out of the valley.
Yeah.
It'll be the first time I travel out of the valley after Corona.
Really?
Yeah, this is the first time like getting out of this like the area. Like we've been to like Harlingen and the beach and all that other stuff. That's still considered the valley. You know what I mean? To us. So getting out to Corpus is a little bit different, even though it's South Texas. But it'll be nice. It'll be nice, and yeah, that's really what we're excited for. So
Sounds
then
pretty dope, bro.
then we have United Collectors Expo coming up in a couple of weeks, and then we got South Texas Comic Con, which is of course the biggest thing
The
down
big
here in
one.
the valley. Yeah,
That's the big one.
Dude, they just said that today that Ron Perlman's going to be here as a guest,
No shit.
like Hellboy himself, dude. So that's pretty cool. Austin St. John, they're bringing down Despacito, or what's that guy's name? The one that plays Moff Gideon.
Carlos
Carlos
Esposito.
Despacito.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bringing him. He's one of the major guests that's coming down. Hello, mother. My mom's here.
Happy
She's in the
belated
comment section.
birthday,
Happy belated birthday, mom.
Mama Crispy.
Yeah. But yeah, we have that all weekend. What about you? I know you said you're going
I
to
told you, dude, I
tomorrow.
am freaking working tomorrow, man. Like my weekend feels shot. Like I'm gonna be tired coming home from work tomorrow, and I'm just gonna want to crash. Probably catch up with Attack on Titan. I've been meaning to do that. I've been behind on that.
Brian, I am so excited for you to see it.
Don't spoil it. You know, I'm gonna catch up.
Yeah.
And hopefully by next Friday I will be here and we can just ruin it.
I'm gonna need you to keep me
Why was everyone crying? Like everyone's been crying watching this shit, dude. Like I mean, this stuff. I'm trying not to curse, but you know what?
I mean, dude, Attack on Titan itself. You've watched a good amount of it. You caught up to it, and you could literally tell like the work the story writers put into that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The recent thing that came out, I'm not going to spoil anything. I want you to experience it. I think anime is the #1 storytelling source right now, other than anything else great that's coming out. Yeah. It's really 100% what's killing the industry, like killing it, slapping everybody. Recently, Demon Slayer released a film in theaters.
Yes,
and it's like a recap of certain episodes.
Basically a recap. It's like a recap, and then like the first episode of this new season or something like that.
This release that they did for Attack on Titan, it 100% could have been in theaters.
Really?
And it would have been worth the ticket. Like it's beautiful, dude. Like really? I can't explain without like getting getting giddy to want to talk about it. But but man, dude, you're gonna hit me up and you're gonna be like, holy fuck. Like
WT.
And you're gonna be like, I wasn't ready for that, but I was ready for that. You know, like you're gonna be split. You're gonna be split because again, we have to wait for the next part. But seeing what they accomplish with this, take your time.
Is this gonna be like the end, like the final?
This is it.
This has been like the final season for like 2 years now, bro. Like
no, that's it. They'd already finished in the manga.
Okay.
So what this one is this is the split of the last 2 final parts of the story.
Okay.
So like they got it to be almost like the beginning of the battle and the ending of the battle. Okay. And they turned it into 2 chapters rather than doing a bunch of episodes.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was something that they did maybe to save cash. Like so that way it wouldn't be episodic and you're just spending money on episode.
Yeah.
But this format, fantastic, dude. Fantastic for what it was worth. Attack on Titan right now.
Can't wait.
Super awesome. And then not only that, I got Christella finally got her to watch Ranking of Kings.
Okay.
Which is the story of this guy right here, Boji.
Okay.
Boji. Dude, she didn't really want to watch it at first because it looks kind of corny. It looks very like One Piece.
Okay.
It looks very like One Piece art, like kind of old school. But she saw it and she was like just crying almost the whole time with how like the story. It's really good. It's really good. If you guys have an opportunity, try to check out Ranking of the Kings. Plus, the next season comes out like April 22nd or April something. It's coming out like next month. and it's really really worth it. The Boji story, the whole thing is just fantastic through and through. If you're like a warrior kind of heart kind of guy,
Mhm.
like it's right in tune
It's
to that.
all in there.
It's
Okay.
all in there. It's super good.
Maybe check it
Ranking
out.
of Kings. But yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty normal week. Caught up, of course, saw the Mandalorian. Was gonna do this thing, but we're probably gonna save it for the weekend since we're gonna be on a trip. I told Christella on the trip, yo, you know what we should do is we should watch either Iron Man 1, Doctor Strange 1, Avengers 1, or any of the Infinity or Endgame and
What?
compare it to what we think of Phase 4.
That's not fair, bro.
I know that's not fair because it's
That's
like,
not fair, bro.
but it's peas and potatoes, bro. Like it's
Just watch it because they're really good movies. Don't
Those
I
are
mean
beautiful
you
movies,
can't
man.
you can't compare anything that they've done before Phase 4 is
Phase
busted.
4 is really bad. Well, even Quantumania is supposed to be Phase 5, and that one was really like a casual letdown.
I will listen. I'm not as hard on that movie as a lot of other people are
Mhm.
hard on that movie. I think Jonathan Majors was the price of admission, like itself.
Mhm.
But I can understand the frustration with some fans
Yo,
of
what if
that movie.
Jonathan Majors just ups and takes off? Doesn't like what they're doing and kind of just quits on them.
I'm not so sure. Like this could be like a career defining thing here. But then again, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
I thought I don't know how Hollywood views MCU films anymore, especially after Angela Bassett getting snubbed for the
I heard.
Oscar. Dude, like I'm very just on the side of Hollywood is never going to view DC Marvel movies in a high
Legitimate
regard.
films.
It's never gonna happen. So
It's very
I don't
weird,
know.
man, because I think we talked about that when Black Panther 2 came out, where we all talked about Angela Bassett's performance being like hey, this is gonna have to lead to like female of the year kind of thing. Because it
Yeah.
was a really, really great a great telling of a story and a character, and she really brought it out. She's an amazing role. But they did go up against that film, Everything Everywhere at Once or whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the opportunity to see that film yet. But from what everybody has told me is that it's like it's really good.
We don't have to make this a topic. I don't even think that we were planning on making this a topic, but all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say is listen, I like Jamie Lee Curtis as the next person, but there is zero, and when I say zero, I mean probably negative 100. There's just no way that any performance that Jamie Lee Curtis can do will be better than anything that Angela Bassett ever does. That's
But I
just
thought it was
my
the other. I thought it was Michelle Yeoh.
no. Jamie Lee Curtis won
Really?
for best supporting actress. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
And that was the thing is that Michelle, she should have probably won before Jamie Lee Curtis. That was the whole really. That's a really weird part. But yeah, I mean, people get snubbed every year. It's not anything new. I don't necessarily look for the Oscars or the Grammys to tell me who did what in a movie. I have two eyes. I just don't think that Jamie Lee Curtis had a better performance, and that's what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, I thought it was she was up against Michelle Yeoh, but yeah, that kind of changes my ideal on what it was going on. I guess that's super weird though.
Yeah, it's very weird. But
Yeah.
again, it's not new. People get snubbed every year. It just sucks because I don't know how many more chances Angela Bassett is gonna get.
Yeah, because it's one of those things like that's for what it's worth. Like Black Panther 2 was like a defining moment in I would say black superhero film like in history. Like if you break it down, the Black Panther films are historic when it comes to black superheroes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for her to come out, do such an amazing job the way that she did in the second film, she literally carried the whole fucking film.
I would say she probably had the strongest performance in that film.
And I was super taken that even in that film that they killed her character off. Because I was like,
I
dude, you're
think that's
taking
the
away your heaviest hitting actress.
I think that's the part that I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around is
Mm-hmm.
that she was the supporting actress in this
That's funny.
movie and she took over the movie.
She was a whole movie
I can't say the same thing for Jamie Lee Curtis in the movie that
in
she
that
won
other
for.
movie.
Yeah, like it's that simple. Like to me,
That's
that's what
true.
it all
Sure.
boils down to. So
Yeah,
yeah.
for me, if the, even think about it, but then again, like it's hard for us to say because I haven't seen that film, and I don't think you've seen that film either.
But
So
see, that's
it's
what I'm saying. I haven't seen it, but I have seen
parts of it.
not even parts of it. I have seen a lot of Jamie Lee Curtis's movies. I know what kind of actress she is. She cannot put on a better performance than anything that Angela Bassett has ever
That
done.
Angela
So
Bassett's popping off.
that's where I'm stemming from. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, when you told me about it, I was really, really surprised. So, um, but yeah, I mean, it's like you said, this year, I mean, I wasn't even as desirably wanting to watch anything close to what the Oscars was going to even give us.
Yeah, unless somebody got slapped, you weren't going to get my
Yeah.
viewership anyway. So
I
it
was
didn't
more
make any
wondering
difference.
like if Will Smith was going to show up in the parking lot, like, uh, with a radio on above his head, like trying to be in a trench coat, like, oh, like, I'm sorry, baby, or whatever.
So funny.
Okay. What did you think of Chris Rock's rebuttal, dude, in his stand-up show? I haven't
Um,
seen it, so you're gonna have to kind of.
I watched it. It was okay. It wasn't his best work. I think that he handled um like his response. I think that he handled his response classy. It wasn't
Okay.
funny to me personally. That part was probably the least favorable part of the stand up.
Was it cringy or what?
It wasn't cringy. It just didn't hit for me. There were some funny parts in there, but overall, I was just disappointed with the whole stand up personally.
Oh,
But
okay.
he did speak on it. It was like the last bit, like the last part of his stand up where he did touch on it.
Mm.
And he just basically said, you know, he was pissed. Don't get me wrong. Like you really didn't hear from him afterwards pertaining to that specific incident, but it's clear that he was really
Oh
upset.
yeah, dude.
He was really upset over that shit, and
Alex,
he hasn't gotten
Alex's
over it. By the way,
hashtag justice for Chris.
by the way, happy belated 316 day. I'm still
True that.
celebrating with some Austin beer, bro.
How is it?
It's pretty good. This is actually the new release. It's the double IPA that he just released.
Mhm.
It's an 8%er. So I had like 3 yesterday. I was kind of on my ass. But it's actually the better of the 3. He came out with like a regular IPA, like a single IPA. Then he put out like a lager or some shit like that, and then he
Okay.
put out this. And this is probably the better of the 3. It's okay. It's nothing to write home about though.
Alex says, "Give me a hell yeah."
Give me a hell exactly.
True that. True that. Hey, so on the topic of us kind of like, I guess like talking a little bit about Marvel, there was some shit that popped off this week about Marvel, which was Marvel went after a specific Reddit column
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Did you get to catch up on that or no?
I did. So it wasn't a specific and it wasn't a specific like board, but it was Reddit itself. They
Okay.
subpoenaed Reddit and Google, who owns Reddit, I believe.
Oh wow.
And they basically said, "Hey, this message board, this Reddit board that you have called Marvel Studio Spoilers, which a lot of the people that I watch get a lot of their inside information from. They get all their spoilers from this site, and it has a bunch of moderators. It has a bunch of people that just post things on there, and it's kind of hard to find who's doing what kind of
What? Yeah.
thing. They subpoenaed Reddit saying, "Hey, we want the names of the not just the people that posted this, but the moderators, everyone that had anything to do with them posting the Quantum Mania script." So that's what happened. I think it was in January or whenever it was. Someone went on this message board and posted the entire movie for Quantum Mania,
Yep.
and they got pissed. They got pissed.
True that. True that.
So now they're gonna sue everybody. So
Just fucking
let me
nobody's safe.
nobody's so let me ask you a question. And I kind of this is kind of interesting, but I think the talking point here is where you stand in regards to Marvel pulling this. Do you think that it's weak of them to go after like a Reddit for people posting their spoilers or anything like that? Or do you think it's justified them giving a subpoena to Google and Reddit for doing or for not policing this better?
I know it's really hard to explain it, but in my opinion, it all determines what you see a spoiler is.
Okay.
Like if someone goes out, puts like a photo down the street of Ben Affleck wearing a new Batman outfit,
Mm-hmm.
you're kind of like, whoa, dudes, check this out. What do you think? You know what I mean? And you don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a cool spoiler. But if some dude is looking up an idea to be like, hey man, I got to do something super extreme to get some kind of cool ass clout and become viral for my moment. It just so happens I have a friend or I myself work with Marvel and I have a whole ass script to a film. I'm just going to leak it on Reddit. That's kind of like, hey dude, that's a lot of money that goes into that film. And if you release all of it, like they're just not going to give a fuck about the film because they already know what to expect. Because you're literally ruining everything in that film in that one instant.
Okay. All right. I'm
You
going
get
to
me,
play.
right?
I get you. I'm going to play devil's advocate. Now, let me
Yeah.
start off by saying I agree with you. I think if I were Marvel and Disney, I'm suing
I'd fucking do. I'd sue the fuck out of
everyone.
it. Yeah, if they
I'm
did something
suing
that drastic,
everyone.
that's heavy.
I'm suing everyone. But okay, because we are creating content and entertainment here, I'm
Mhm.
going to play devil's advocate, and I'm going to say this. Spoilers have always been a thing. Spoilers are all over the
Yeah, of
place.
course.
So why target this one specific outlet or this one specific platform that's allowing this? Why not get like Rob said in the comments, why not go after YouTube? Why not go after everywhere else that's giving spoilers? Why go after everywhere?
Hey, we got
At
Triggs
this place.
in. Triggs made it.
Triggs made, yeah, I hit him on side. Like, get your ass in here, bro.
Triggs.
There he is.
There you are,
Fresh
son.
from
Where
a
you at,
nap.
man?
Okay, I'm gonna apologize right now. I got my days all messed up. You
Thought it
go
was
ahead and
Thursday.
finish what you're saying, and I'm gonna give you some tea, bro. I got some piping hot tea.
Oh, no.
Shit. Coming in hot.
See.
Yeah, dude. Oh
Okay.
my god.
So right now, jumping into the conversation, Triggs, we are talking about Marvel dropping on Reddit.
Dropping a hammer, kid. Dropping
just
a hammer on that
bad
ass.
hammer on him. And we're talking about like, is it a good or bad thing? Like in the sense of them going after it after what are the more possible opportunity was they went after Reddit because someone on Reddit released the entire script to Quantumania.
Oof.
And it's one of those things instead, yeah, because that's how Quantumania got spoiled, is that someone released the entire script, and it was supposed to be one of the scripts that was supposed to be transcribed into another language. So instead, it's very hard to say, well, the guy that we gave that script to, that one dude is the one that leaked it, fire his ass or sue him because, emails between companies, going through 8 or 9 different secretaries. Like there's a lot of things that could have happened. We can safely say that Marvel's never going to go to that company again to transcribe movies. Like that's what we know. If it's like a straight up company, right?
Yeah.
But how do we feel about Marvel dropping the entire banhammer and suing Reddit and Hulu,
Google
for the situation?
I
do you think they're being a bitch about it, bro? Keep it honest. Do you think they're being a bitch about it?
No. Like the reason that like I say that like the reason that like I guess I was kind of dancing around my words was kind of like, so I totally get where Marvel's coming from. This is kind of like one of those, like, we've had this happen numerous times.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
You're like fucking easily No Way Home, right? Who the fuck did not see?
No one got sued for that. But why now?
No, I know. And like I think Quantumania is the straw that broke the camel's back.
Okay.
Yeah, because to me, like, there's a difference because, like, the Spider-Man one, that was a big mistake. They released a trailer and people were figuring out, hey, there's some shit that's been cut out.
And,
Like that
and
looks really
you're
bad,
and you're
right?
not wrong, but at the same time, we also had like the still shots of them in
Of like
suits.
Toby and all of
Yeah,
those. So there was
so
and
that
those
and that
and
shit
that's the thing I
circulated
was telling
Reddit
that's
with
the thing I was telling
fear.
Brian is like, to me those are considered more spoilers than someone giving an entire script to the internet, because it
And
was, you know what this reminded me of? It reminded me of Wolverine Origins. Do you remember when they released Origins with no CG? Like, you have to remember that.
I do, but like at the same time, it was kind of like one of those things where like there was a lot of posts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you were still able to get context of the scene, but it's not as bad as releasing an entire script. And this
Script,
is the
dude. Yeah,
first
like
time
that's fucking
an
wild to
entire
me, dude.
script has been leaked. I forget what other movie. I forget what other movie, and I want to say it was a Spider-Man movie or something like that. But an entire script got leaked as well
Oh, shit.
before and it was a Marvel movie. I forget which one, but yeah, an entire script was leaked, and I'm really thinking that like at least from this news that this is kind of like, you know what? Nah, we're done. We are done. You're getting fucking sued. Google.
Well, okay, so why was this the one? It was fucking Quantumania, bro. Like, why was this the one?
I think it's because their hopes for Quantumania were a lot higher, and the like hype for it wasn't there. I mean, to be completely fair, their marketing was horrible for it. You know, the hype to leading up to all of it, other than like branding Kang as like the next big bad and stuff like that, was really all they had going for that movie.
You know what I think a little bit of this is too? Is kind of like saving face. This movie in Hollywood is considered a bomb. Like this totally
Yeah,
failed.
this is going to be the MCU's bomb, and
Yeah, so it's a failed mission. So we got to save some time. You know what? You guys leaked it. You guys ruined it for us.
It's your fault. Yeah.
It's your fault. That's
Yeah.
what I think a little bit of this is as well.
It's easier for them to pass accountability over on this.
Yeah, other than you just sitting in the fact that you gave us
No,
a
it
shit
really is.
fucking movie.
Yeah, and that's a complete bitch made move.
I'm telling you, I'm literally telling you, when the Wolverine movie popped off and there was like no CG, like dude, man, it was out like on fucking like all the pulgas had it on disc. They were selling that shit all over the place. But you know what? After watching the Wolverine Origins movie completed, I preferred the one with no CG.
Really?
Because that movie was shit, dude. That movie was so garbage. So to see it all messed up with fake CG, like I thought that was so funny.
That movie was so bad, but oddly enough, I've watched it
several times.
Several
yeah,
times.
I ain't gonna lie. I saw it
several
times.
times.
It's not even gonna fucking lie.
That's only because we didn't have Quantumania to fucking fall back on.
Yeah, that was like the pinnacle.
Yeah, the rewatchability of Quantumania is like completely like.
Oh, dude, man.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what really caught me by surprise is they use that actress from the tribe on Mando. We're gonna talk about it later, but I thought that was really cool.
Okay.
From the tribe.
Yeah, the chick that's in the Quantumania that's leading the rebellion.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
She's the chick that just came out in the Mando as that soldier chick.
Oh, really?
That's the same actress. Yeah, dude, it's so wild. I was like, oh shit, like I need to get a job with Disney so I can be moved between Disney and Marvel, man. That's what I need to do, man. I need to get a job with Disney, man. I don't care what it is. They put me in Marvel and then they put me in fucking Star Wars and they can put me in everything, man. I don't even care. Get me in there.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, so what do we think about this whole like Marvel Reddit drama? Because it's kind of weird, man.
Sue everybody. Sue everybody.
So you guys are on board for you guys are on board for them, like
sue everybody.
Okay.
You guys are the reason that we put a shit movie out and we're blaming you. Give us some money.
Right? So this isn't we're not suing because it's good. We're suing because fuck them. That's why.
Dude, that's a power move, dude. And you know what? I respect it, dude.
Yeah, they're flexing. They're flexing on some random dude in Portugal, man.
Shit.
Yeah, they're flexing on some dude in Portugal right now. They're being like, "Hey, man, we're bringing it all down on you right now, buddy." But yeah, I kind of feel like it's justified. Releasing a whole script to me isn't like a spoiler. That's someone looking for clout and doing like the most heinous thing you can do to a film. There's so much work that goes behind it and so many people that work their asses off to make a film. and for one dude to be like, yo, let me drop this so that way everybody knows what happens. I thought that was so bad. That was really, really bad.
I do think it's some bitch shit, but two things could be this at the same. The two things could be true at once. Like it is some bitch shit. I don't think you should go after this little Reddit board. But yeah, sue him. Fuck it.
Yeah. Someone has to be witch hunted.
Someone has to be held
Someone
accountable
has
for
to
this.
be witch hunted, dude. Someone's got to learn the lesson first, dude.
No, but
That's really what it is.
Like what the super messed up thing is that like I completely understand why Marvel is going after Reddit, because like where else do you get your leaks from?
That's it. That's
Okay,
literally Brian
no,
was saying
okay, all right, no, but there are plenty that, and I think for me to play devil's advocate, again, you guys know where my stance is, but to play devil's advocate, you don't just get your leaks from Reddit. You can get them from from multiple places. So if you're gonna start this is something that if you're, I guess, if you're trying to set a precedent, I guess, but you could have done this. You could have been on YouTube and just had a field day with motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, and thus the suing Google as well. Like
no, yeah, that's a big thing. You go to Google,
and I don't at all mean to get political, but this is kind of like blaming the gun manufacturer for mass spread. I personally don't agree with that, but that's just my stance on it. That's where I draw like boom, I'm done with that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I understand the thought process behind going after Reddit, going after Google, because like, yeah, dude, that's I mean, okay, dude. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna cut the, we're gonna get at the problem, cut the head off the snake, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yo, but Robert in the comment makes a really good question. But what do you do against people like on YouTube and TikTok in the shorts that end up dropping
slippery slope?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I don't know who owns TikTok now, but I mean, I know that Google owns YouTube.
Yeah, because it ends up being where when you start to do like you start to like put out all these limitations on what people can and can't do. It's like, well, how far do you go?
Yeah.
Like, does it go to like text-based when it's on a Facebook post?
Limitations.
Since Reddit's text-based?
Limitations is one thing. Leaking a whole goddamn script is
I'm not saying it's good.
That's kind of egregious. Yeah. Like, all right, bro, like you guys took it too far. Like we might have let you just like spoil some shit, have some theories out there, but you got the freaking script and you leaked it somewhere. Like they know the movie. Like it's not a theory.
This makes me miss the old days of the MCU pre-Endgame where like you theory crafted because it was fun.
It was fun.
Like, and you found leaks because you confirmed your theory.
Yeah, that was sources and all that stuff. Yeah,
that's what I'm always trying to stick to, but it's so hard to not get something spoiled
nowadays. Nowadays, you'll know
you're just not safe
the
anymore.
whole movie, the mid credit scene.
You'll know the synopsis and who died and who got their nuts kicked. And
like, you know what even sucks more is it's based on the algorithm, right? So like if you mention something of Quantumania, there's like a 70% chance that the mid-credit scene is going to be spoiled to you while you're going through TikTok or whatever.
That's why I go
based
dark
on what Google's listening to on your phone.
I go dark. As soon as something comes out, I don't know if you guys remember, but I think it was the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah, I remember you were.
I went dark. Be offline.
Yeah, I went dark because there's no fucking way I was gonna have that ruined for me. No way.
So it's so much more harder to stay away from that stuff nowadays. But it's manageable. I end up watching a bunch of other videos anyway, so like I don't even care about Marvel stuff during the week anymore. It just pops up anyways. Like today, what was it? Lance Riddick, the guy we were talking about literally last week, dude.
Yeah, we were
literally last week we were talking about it, and then he passes away today at 60. I mean, 60 is a good age, but it's not a good age to pass away. It's still early.
Yeah, man, that's still early, dude. I mean, shit, my dad's about to push 70.
Yeah, So it's one of those things, man. Like, it sucks to see him go. I think he was a great actor, but I think when we were talking about it on
John Wick is gonna be tough to watch, man.
Media, like when we were on social media, I think Brian said it. Like that's the guy that left his mark very well. Because even for like him doing like the Resident Evil movie, which wasn't good, the internet's still talking about and praising him for his hard work that he's done before.
I mean, Horizon. I mean, you love Horizon.
I love
Horizon.
Horizon. Yeah, Event Horizon or Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I 100% literally had just mentioned him in a podcast like 2 weeks ago, where I said he would have been the perfect Martian Manhunter.
You did.
Oh, 100%.
It would have been that was my choice, dude. Yeah, that
Fucking
was my choice, man. Toys R Me.
JK.
Yep, straight up. But yeah, being that we're talking a little bit closer to Martian Manhunter, guys, I have to ask.
I like the transitions today, guys.
Hey,
I
man, I'm
like
on,
it, yo.
I
I
am
like
on
it, yo.
fire, boys.
I
I'm
like
on
it.
fire, man. I'm doing my due
I know,
diligence.
man. Dude, it's gonna make me hard if I have to like detract because of my tea, bro.
Here we go. Snyder dropped a really cryptic message this past week.
Yup.
Something about Darkseid. What are we doing here, folks?
So
That's what I gotta ask. What are we?
you know
What
what?
are we doing?
I'm gonna take the reins on this one.
Go
bro.
ahead.
Yeah,
I don't
please.
want to touch this shit with a 10-foot pole, bro.
Yeah,
By all means, man.
And this is some weird like I'm just like dancing.
Jeremy's like full
Series.
circle, dude. We're
Yeah.
back, baby. Snyder,
Right?
release the Snyder cut.
Where's your boy, dude?
You just see me crying in the background, dude. I can't, dude.
Yeah.
I can't. All right,
Honestly, dude,
breaking that
like,
10-hour Justice League cut, dude.
there's a part of me that thinks that Zack Snyder has secured funding somehow, some way, and got his
Drugs.
Snyderverse.
He sells drugs.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He sells drugs. All right, broke it down, Trigger. Tell us what's up.
Yeah, man. I think that he no shit secured funding somehow, and he's gonna continue his Snyderverse or restart it somehow.
No.
Let me ask you a question. What is so special about Zack Snyder? What is it?
I think
He used to
one of
make
those
good
things
movies.
where it was a project that had potential that was left unfinished.
Okay.
Wait, what's unfinished?
He's
Like,
talking about
this-
the Snyder.
It was finished. It was 100% finished. That movie finished. It took 4 hours to finish it, but we got through it, guys. We should have got all.
I
We should have
think-
all
I
got
think I mean-
awards.
And then you got put on a cliffhanger, bro.
We should have all got medals for getting through the 4-hour Snyder cut.
Hey man, I remember you complaining when you fucking watched it.
I was almost dying watching that movie, dude.
I think my question
It was in
is
that
just
goddamn room.
I mean in general, what makes him so special?
He used to make good movies,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say used to
He's
with a
certified,
big ass U, because recently he hasn't really been hitting anything really spectacular.
He hasn't
I
put
know
out
this
anything since Justice League.
Yeah, I don't know. He put out what's that zombie apocalypse
Wasn't
movie?
anything worth anything. It was weird.
So I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of people in the comments, but I don't see I don't see what makes him so special. But anyway,
This is me jumping on your cart, dude.
Yeah, I don't-
no, you
I
made me
don't-
happy, bro. Like
I don't know what makes him so
yeah, dude, I
special.
almost fucking just jumped into that cart.
I don't know what makes him so special. I don't.
Look,
get
you wanna
it.
know what
But
it is? I'm gonna vouch. I'm
Look
gonna
at
vouch.
Audrey's comment, dude. Audrey has the best fucking comment.
I'll play devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
And what used to make Zack Snyder good was his cinematography, where he would actually do shots that look like wallpapers, like on your computer. Like there was amazing cinematography in most of his films, but they were all films he didn't fucking create. He just produced them onto or directed them or cinematographed them onto a film. Someone else created those stories. Where Zack Snyder struggles is when he has to create the story. And that's where he struggles, because he's shit at creating stories.
When I hear people talk about Zack Snyder, you would think they're talking about Francis Ford Coppola or
No, he's not at that level. He's not
get
like
the
that.
fuck out of here, bro.
He
I
has
don't
like
get it.
He's like a golfer, dude. Like every time he makes a movie, it's like a golfing game. Maybe one or two shots, he sinks one or two holes. The rest of them, he's just fucking firing into the distance.
All right, listen. So pertaining to the topic here, that dark side message, it was pertaining to, and it was alluded to in the comments. Yes, he's having another year of SnyderCon, which is just him having a big jerk off session about his shit on stage, and he's going to be going over like the Snyderverse and Batman versus Superman, and it seems that he has the blessing of Warner Brothers to show these movies. What do you guys feel about Warner Brothers giving their blessings to Zack Snyder to show his work and kind of pass the torch on to whatever's coming?
I mean,
now
I
from
guess
Warner
if
Brothers?
that's enough just to get him to quail this whole entire like debacle of the Snyder Cut hashtag situation and people still online trying to like rally to build something from it. Like literally, I think I just saw this like 2 weeks ago that there was people a petition. Remember we talked about the petition or whatever, that they got a bunch of signatures for them to release the contract or the IP of the Snyder Cut Justice League to Netflix, so that Netflix can make the movies and shit like that. And I'm like, do you even fucking listen to what you guys are asking for? Like stop it, just stop it. Like it's not gonna work. Can you imagine? Okay, imagine Netflix making the Snyder Cut movie. Like,
What do you mean?
like imagine them being the finance and everything that puts behind. It's not HBO. It's not them getting the rights to show Snyder cuts.
Okay.
It's them making a Justice League film. Does Netflix pull off a Snyder cut film?
They have the financing. Yeah, why not?
I don't know, man. I think they fucking fail at it because they fail at almost everything else they've done.
I don't
When
know,
it comes
dude.
to big
Extraction was a fucking banger.
Which
What?
one?
Extraction was a banger.
Extraction.
Oh, but dude, again, I mean, that's
Granted,
the Russo
that's the Russo brothers.
yeah, that's the Russo brothers.
I was
You know,
like,
we just,
I mean,
we just had a long ass
I
conversation about them
like,
last week.
we were being so serious, and he puts in Extraction. Yo, fuck that movie, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck that movie, bro. All right, so here's actually the real big news. So it's rumored that not only is Zack Snyder gonna be able to show these movies at SnyderCon, but he's also supposed to have, it's rumored, a special guest come on stage with him, none other than James Gunn himself.
Oh, dude, why do they do this stuff,
Dude,
dude?
that would be the biggest upset in fucking movie history ever, dude. This is like
Yo, straight up, I'll tell you what. Devil's
Sonny
advocate,
Liston-
my turn. Yo,
dude,
what if
honestly,
he brings
that's
in
like
James
Sonny
Gunn?
Liston and fucking Muhammad Ali, like, you know, having a beer together, dude. That shit's never.
Dude, what if he?
Not
what if
really,
he fucking,
not really, because they're friends. They're actually really good, but they're actually really friends.
Yo,
But
what if he brings in James Gunn, and then like out from under the table, he brings a folding chair like a wrestling event. Henry Cavill comes out and hits James Gunn over the head with it.
with a Stone Cold Stunner?
He's a
and shit?
Stone Cold Stunner, dude.
No, I mean, I'm
Henry
being,
Cavill, the best.
I'm being serious. It's rumored that it's supposed to be like a passing of the torch. Like James Gunn is supposed to get endorsed by Zack Snyder, who is his friend, who has produced some of Zack Snyder's movies. He's gonna say, or Zack Snyder will say something to the degree of, "Hey, support the new James Gunn DC because it's gonna be amazing," and all that shit. That's supposed to happen at the SnyderCon shit.
I mean that's like good PR. Like it's
great
good
PR,
public
dude.
relations, yeah, because everybody doesn't trust the situation that's going on with DC right now in the first place.
That shit looks fucking weak to me, bro.
I mean, it is. I mean, but Jeremy in the comment section put, like, who's going to complain about more DC content? I think the only downfall is it just not making any sense. I mean, then that's true. Like DC's been, I mean, it's like a really toxic relationship.
That's one of those things, like saying, like, how worse can it get? But when you insert James Gunn, it could probably get worse.
Yeah, that's, man, dude. Jeremy's on fire in the comment section. Jeremy's like, I mean, I know Jeremy's a really big fan of the DC universe,
Mhm.
and I get it, and he has every right to be excited, anxiety driven, and everything, because they are not taking their constituents. They're not taking care of their constituents. They're not taking care of their audience. They're not taking care of their fans. And I mean, how does someone feel when you see something like The Last of Us come through, stick to its guns, and land it like a gymnast in the Olympics? You know what I mean? Like The Last of Us did an amazing job just by sticking close to its material. And every time DC makes something, it has to be a huge dick joke for it to be funny or good, or for people to be like, wow, I relate to that dude or whatever. And I keep telling people, like, the reason why I am not excited for someone like James Gunn to be in the helm is because the first thing he's going to do is he's going to kill off the Trinity.
Okay, I think this is a good point for us to go to our next, because we're getting into the whole James Gunn thing. So if you want to switch the topic, because that's our next topic, bro. James Gunn had a fucking week, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's all there, man. I mean, the Snyder thing is cool. Him getting the rights or whatever, like, that's all right. For him promoting himself as a brand to get SnyderCon 2 going on, okay. Like he's got a whole ass series of sci-fi film coming out. He's got to stay on the up and up and has to keep his name on everybody's radar. But for him to promote James Gunn is because he's heard and read online that people do not have faith in James Gunn. So he's going to be like, hey, you know what? Like, you're my friend. And a lot of people love my shit. So if I come out and I boast you, like, maybe people will like you more.
See,
Triggs.
And for me, I kind of have to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Oh
even
shit.
Even though, like, there are some people who might shit on James Gunn, dude, there's 3 times as many people who are in direct support for James Gunn's projects right now.
Let me ask you a question, Triggs. Are you a James Gunn fan?
Am I a James Gunn fan? I am a fan of what he puts out because
Explain that. Elaborate on that. I need to know what that means.
Really elaborate on it.
What I mean on that is that, like, I like what he puts out because it does have, like, I do like the quirky comedic stuff that he puts out. Not all of it is great. I'm gonna say it right now. The second Suicide Squad movie was a bit mid for me. Like,
I actually liked it.
And the action sequences are fucking fantastic, but I think that movie is a fucking chore to sit through after a while. Because, like, after a while, I'm kind of just fast forwarding. Like, all right, let me see, like, the next big scene, because this is fucking cool.
I've only watched it once. Like, I only need to watch that shit once. Like, it was cool. All right, let me rephrase that question. Do you have faith in a James Gunn DC universe? It's a better question to ask.
Man, yeah, that is a good question. That's a steamy question, man. Shit.
Release
the air cut. I'm all for that. I would rather see an air cut before a fucking Snyder cut any day of the week. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want it to be good.
Okay. I think we all do, but you're dancing around the question.
Yeah, man.
You're dancing around it. I think we all want it to be good because we are DC fans somewhat. I'm asking you, do you have faith in a Zack Snyder DC universe?
I can go first, Triggs.
I think the best that I can give you is he's going to have my benefit of the doubt.
Okay, I'll take that. Chris?
That's honestly the best that I can do.
Absolutely not.
Why? Explain.
I've kind of casually said it earlier. Is I know the type of guy James Gunn is, and his whole thing is he likes the wacky, and he likes the people that aren't they don't have a specific background, and he has a lot of ways that he can implement his own thing into. Mm-hmm. You looked at Suicide Squad, literally had to make all of the characters around Harley Quinn whatever the fuck he wanted, and he could not fuck with Harley Quinn. Like, the Harley Quinn did not change, but you look at what he did with Peacemaker, 180 degrees in the opposite direction of what he is in the comic books. Now he has Superman, the number one dude that everyone knows the complete fucking backstory to. You really think he's going to take care of him? I 100% think he's going to do the right thing by being nice to him.
All right.
But he's going to kill him off and bring up another team of the same type of characters so that he can implement his own style of characters on that.
I also am like Triggs. I want to believe that he can pull this off, but the way that this is a shit show. Like, off the bat, it's a shit show. I don't think the way that this is starting off is
I barely saw Robert's comment. He's Chris hates DC.
I saw that.
I don't hate DC. I fucking love DC.
Yeah.
I don't like people fucking with DC.
This is a bad start.
Look, okay,
it doesn't listen, hold on. It doesn't bode well. It doesn't even bode well when you have someone like Ben Affleck going on an interview shitting on you after you told everyone that he was ready to direct something in the near future. Like, it just doesn't. It's not a good look, yo.
Yo, I have to say this though, Triggs. I mean, you're a comic book guy, like history guy, like I am. You know, Superman Legacy, the arc leads to the Authority, or whatever the fucking name of that group is, and he brings those guys up because Superman dies of cancer and those guys take over the Justice League. Like, we know that story. And for them to be like, oh man, dude, like, we're going to do Superman Legacy because we love Superman. No, dude, like, no, you don't. Like, that's the good. You're going to start with him dying? Dude, they're doing fucking Batman. What is it? The fucking Brave and the Bold?
Yeah.
Which is him versus Damian.
Yeah.
And then just to get rid of Batman to bring Damian up. Because no one, unless you're a really big fan of Batman, you don't know anything about Damian other than he's his son.
But with just to throw a little bit of bail to James Gunn, he has a better track record with unknown IP, with unknown storylines, with things that people don't know much about.
That's
like
that I 100% agree with, and he does pretty good at building characters that way. Like, he does really well. Guardians of the Galaxy, people didn't have any idea. It was like a fresh slate, and he did fantastic with them. Peacemaker, everybody kind of knows who he is, but now people know him. But whatever James Gunn did with him, James Gunn, he made him so much more fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was. Look at what he did with King Shark. Like, King Shark and the Suicide Squad was like probably the best thing in that film, comedy wise. Like, he was funny through and through, and no one had been able to do that, and that's because he came out like on like the Flash TV show. Mm-hmm. But since it's so fresh, you can run him in any way. But my thing is, like, for him to get to the, I mean, you even said it yourself, like, he's making the Themyscira story. Who the fuck cares about that?
If you're not, I only said that if you don't have Wonder Woman in the show.
Well, that's the crazy part, is you don't need her in the show. You can build up 8 or 9 different characters, and James Gunn doesn't have to worry about Wonder Woman anymore.
I'm good on that. I'm
but
gonna pass.
To me, it's one of those things, like, the last thing that James Gunn did with a Superman character, he instantly perversed it and made Brightburn.
So here's my thing. My thing when it comes to James Gunn is that I truly believe that he has a niche audience. Mm-hmm. That's not what you're gonna need here. You need someone that appeals to the masses. And I think that this, I figured it out. I was holding this in, but I figured it out. I realized what's going on here. He is going to just run this into the ground. He's going to hire himself to do all these movies, get paid all the money. Once they fail and he gets fired, he'd be like, he made himself some nice fucking money for the next 10 years, and then he can just go off into the sunset. That's what this is. This is a bag grab. Damn. Mark my words. This is a bag grab. Why is he hiring himself? Since he announced that he's taking over DC, he hasn't hired one writer, one producer, nobody but himself.
And his wife.
That's it. I know a fucking grab bag when I see one, bro. I know a fucking robbery when I see one, bro.
Triggs, what do you think?
Man,
that's a big call, though, man.
Yeah, dude. That's I mean, you're swinging for the fences, but you're not.
But is it out of it? But is it out of the realm?
But you're not exactly batting zero either.
Is it fucking wild, dude?
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. That's a call, but
that's
you know
a call.
what? Like, there's you know, like, if you be a little objective about it, you're not entirely wrong. And you guys know me. I'm a really objective guy. I always try and remain objective with, like, all of my callings, like, well, I think this, well, I think that, you know, and the reason I think such and such is for these reasons, and blah, blah, blah. But, man, like, you know, if I'm going to play devil's advocate yet again, because I don't ever like doing that, I mean, I can almost agree with Brian. I would just, you know, like to stick to my original comment and say, like, I want to give him benefit of the doubt. Because, I mean, you know, why not?
But in what situation do you become the executive producer of a entire branch of something and don't hire other people to produce or to write or to do anything for you? You've already named your entire slate, and you've only confirmed that you are going to be the one that's in control of all this shit.
when you're James Favreau.
But he delivers. But he delivers.
But yeah, that's one of those instances where like everything Jon Favreau touches is fucking gold.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if
he's got a good track record with us. He has that credit with us to do that.
Yep.
James Gunn doesn't.
Yep. I mean, through and through, he has produced for the Guardians of the Galaxy films, minus the fact we haven't seen the third, where it's coming to like its fruition, its full circle. But other than that, I mean, I haven't really seen anything else that he's created that's been anything in that prosperous. Like, okay, so other than the 2 Guardians films, what has James Gunn's done that has landed that good?
Guardians.
Just it, right? Because that's all I can think of.
He also had a massive involvement in the Peacemaker show, didn't he?
He did. No, he made. I think that was his show.
Yeah, that was his show.
Yeah, that was his show.
And honestly, I just watched that show. I want to say about a month ago, and I had a lot more fun than I wanted to have with that show.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but it was still funny though.
Yeah, because I could have given even less of a fuck about Peacemaker even after Suicide Squad, and everybody, and their fucking mom was like, dude, Peacemaker slaps. And I was like, all right, let me give this fucking show a chance. Episode 1, and I was like, this isn't bad. Episode 8, I'm like, dude, this soundtrack is the shit. And you know what, this show ain't half bad. Got it. All right, Jason Momoa, fucking Barry, I love all that.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I mean, it's like we said, he really was able to pick up the Peacemaker character from what it was. But he had, like I said, just a really crazy clean slate with that character. But then when he got the reins to it, like he added like Nazis and KKK and fucking weird, like will have sex with dudes and like just very weird character development in the character just to make it a big joke. Like I don't see that being a, hey, let me give you a wholesome Superman story. Like that's the idea, is like the idea of Superman Legacy is supposed to be like, if they go in the direction of the comic book, it's Superman leaving behind a team that he knows can do what he wanted to do to save the world. And then he dies of cancer. Like, think about that for a moment. Like, what kind of story do you see in your imagination surrounding the idea that Superman is dying of cancer and this is going to be like his final moments?
I get where you're going. I just don't know.
Do you think that's a James Gunn film?
And I think that's where I have to jump off the boat on this one, because like, I don't know if he can pull this off. Now, if he were to outsource that job to someone, I'm fully on board. But the fact that
he got the Russos to do it, bro.
Dude,
that would be dope. That would be dope and spicy at the same time. Like I like that type of shit.
Dude, you know what? Let me ask you, if you could get the Russos to direct any fucking film in DC, which one would it be for you guys?
Probably no, Justice League.
For me, it would be Batman.
It would be Justice League.
I think like, since he does military groundwork kind of like films, like Big Battles, Winter Soldier, I think a Batman film, like with all that type of action and explosions and fucking violence, I think it would be great, dude. It'd be right up there with that Christopher Nolan vibe. Green Lantern? Whoa, that's crazy.
Right? Dude, I would watch the fuck out of that.
But you know what, you guys are right too. Like when Brian said Justice League, and they did an amazing job with the Avengers, dude. Once they got everybody together,
and that's the only reason,
made that shit beautiful, dude.
Just because I'm like so toxic, I would love for him to do a Justice League just so that he can just like shit on Kevin Feige and Marvel and be like, you know what, I did the same thing that I did with you guys. Check
this shit out.
Yeah.
Look at what we did today. Send us a letter, Kevin Feige, that you're so happy for me.
Yeah.
We got the Russo brothers, man. That'd be good. I miss the Russo brothers, dude. I miss the Russo brothers. I 100% believe that
Bro,
You miss them.
sometime
Why do you
ago.
miss them? Why do you miss them, bro?
They've
And this is
done
what
an
I was
amazing
trying. I was
job.
listen. I was trying to bait you last week into your freaking hard on for fucking Russos, but you trying to dodged it. And when I
Gotcha.
called
Okay.
them overrated, I was kind of trying to bait you like into this conversation. Why do you miss them?
For what they did for the Marvel Universe, they did a lot, and they laid the landscape to what they ended up having in the very end with the Infinity Saga. Like those guys went in there, and if it wasn't for them, I 100% believe
Go ahead. Jump out the
Secret
window.
Wars would not even be on the table. The way that they're talking about, Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars, or whatever, it wouldn't be on the table
I don't
because
know
the
about that.
Russo brothers were the ones that were like, man, we would really love to have done Secret Wars. And there's Disney like this. Secret Wars. I didn't even know they had a story. If they want it, let's get rid of these guys and bring in our own dudes and do it ourselves. And now look at what we got.
And
Now
you're putting
look at
that, and you're saying because the Russo brothers aren't involved, that's the reason why we have what we have.
I
Is what you're
believe.
saying.
I'm not saying that the reason why it's happening is because they're gone. I'm saying if they were here, it wouldn't be this bad.
What would change?
The stories would be a little bit more coherent to the comics. And the thing is the Russo brothers are great storytellers. And I mean, tell me I'm wrong with their track record.
On this grand scale of the 31, 32 movies that have been produced, they have like a fraction that is considered due to them. So to say that it would be different or to change, I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, ever since they've gone, Marvel really hasn't produced what they had when they were there.
Yeah, I don't put that to them. That's on Marvel. I don't think that's
That's
more
true.
that has more to do with Marvel than it does the Russo brothers.
There's also something to kind of look at, and this is kind of also like with Kevin Feige, because he has a lot of quality control pre Endgame, and he had a lot of hands on that. And I know for a fucking fact that Joe and Anthony Russo were like talking to Kevin Feige and fucking James Gunn and Ryan Coogler and all these guys, during these big,
Meetings.
Avengers projects, and like, all right, gentlemen, war room time. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. What are we looking at right now? Blah, blah, blah. Like, we had guys who had track records that were just going to fucking explode. And these guys all got together and made like, beautiful, beautiful movies.
Yep.
And, even though, yes, the Russos have attributed so small to the overall Marvel landscape, their dollar amount in those,
of course,
is unfucking matched right now.
So I think what we're seeing now is a very interesting thing where you have one executive producer, James Gunn, that is overly involved, and then you have someone like Feige that isn't as involved. You need like that medium. Like we're seeing the two extremes at this point, and I think they're both look kind of crazy to me right now.
Oh yeah.
And I said this last week. I think yes, you can give listen. I love the Russo movies. I love them as well. I just don't put as much credit as you do, Chris, for the success of Marvel. But I do think that the main issue with me with Marvel, it starts and ends with Kevin Feige. Nobody else. And I don't think that's talked about enough. But I definitely feel like Kevin Feige is the issue here.
Yeah, but to me, one of those things is I'm gonna rub you the wrong way with this, but
no, you're not. Good.
What is it that Kevin Feige does for Marvel? Because he doesn't direct.
He's an executive producer.
He's an exexive producer.
Yeah, he's an executive producer.
It's got to go through him. It's his vision. Whatever we are watching since Iron Man 1 all the way up until now, it's his vision. This is his show.
But the idea is like people will come to him and say, "Hey, I have this idea. What do you think?" And then he'll be like, "Okay, cool. Let's put it in the war room or the thing. Let's break it down. Let's see if it works." And that's the problem with what's going on right now is people are coming in with ideas and he's like, all right, cool. Like, let's go ahead and run with it or whatever. And then he'll change it wherever he wants.
And that's where the issue is.
But my biggest thing is what I don't understand. And this is the part that confuses me. I don't want to touch too much on this, but what happened?
Kevin Feige, dude. Like I'm telling you, bro.
They honestly, to me, is they took power away from Kevin Feige. He wasn't involved as
like the higher ups in Disney or what?
I don't know if they took any power from him because I've been looking
when Bob Chapek stepped in as CEO, he started he started having his financiers and his bankers start making those decisions. Like, no, I don't like that. We're gonna do this. No, I don't like that. We're gonna do that. And it, has kicked them in the dick right now. And there's not as much quality control as Kevin Feige used to have.
So there is a little known fact, but Kevin Feige almost got fired a few years ago. Like,
oh yeah,
he almost got fired, right? And it took for Bob Iger to save his job, right? But it's funny that now, if you listen to what Bob Iger is saying and holding people accountable, I think he's talking to Kevin Feige. Like, he's like, dude, I will get you the fuck out of here if you don't fix this. Like, I don't think any power was taken away from Kevin Feige. I just think that he's just over it. I think he's overworked. I think he's been doing this for fucking how long, dude?
15 years now, I think.
15 years.
I think he might be done.
I believe that too.
And so the movies that are coming out, they just don't hit the same. And I think it's because he's checked out, bro. You
know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to share this with you guys right now because I remember seeing something on it, and I remember seeing this on a post a while back, and in this, it's on a Reddit thing, and it says, "Have you guys noticed a Kevin Feige production in the Hawkeye titles? Has Marvel ever used this phase before? Not during the first 3 phases. My memory is that Kevin Feige was always just normally just listed as a producer. It wasn't until phase 4 that they started doing this, a Kevin Feige production. And look at what this person says. No, this is his vanity card. Most big producers do it, but going forward, there will be some major or some Marvel movies and shows that are not under his production. That's crazy as fuck. Like, he's produced everything that Marvel has done through the MCU.
And he has, though. I don't know what that means, though, because if that was for Hawkeye, he's still produced everything since.
But they're saying like X-Men 97
that hasn't come out yet, though,
and there's gonna be non-MCU productions. Like that
X-Men 97. It's
that's something based off of an old IP.
Yeah, like I don't know about that.
We can let that slide.
But if that Reddit post came out during Hawkeye, he is still.
Hello?
Oh, he froze.
Oh no, he froze. We had one of these earlier. It's just a little hiccup. I'm gonna let him come back. Last time it took him like a little bit of time. It took him like about 2 minutes, not even like 30 seconds. But Triggs, you see this, right?
Yeah.
Like, I really, really believe that the reason why they're doing that is kind of like what Brian said, which is maybe it's Kevin Feige showing that he's gonna be a little bit more loose about allowing other people to come and produce shows, and then him slowly stepping away. There you are, Brian.
That's my bad.
There you are. So, Brian, what were you saying right now?
No, I was just going on and on. I'm just saying, I don't know. Like, I do think that at some point,
Oh man, he got it again.
Damn.
Oh yeah, so that's got to be something with the internet there.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's good. We're gonna work. Yeah. So for me, it's one of those things. I think he's just openly. There you are, Brian. Brian, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I think it's just one of those things. Like, he's gonna allow the opportunity for other people to come and produce things, because slowly he's gonna start, like, kind of like what you're saying. Maybe he's just out of it. Maybe he's tired. Maybe he wants to do other stuff. Like, and it's his opportunity. Do 30-something films, productions, and a whole cinematic historical event that he's created, that he's mastermind. I mean, there's people that retire for less, dude. You know what I mean? There's people that retire for less.
I think he's at a point where he can't do any wrong anyway. I think whatever he puts out, we're going to watch it anyway.
No matter what, even the failure of Quantumania isn't going to bring down this powerhouse. They could fail 12 more times and be okay. Which is apparently what I was hearing about the Marvels movie. I hear that's a mess, dude.
That's under
what was
reshoots.
the? I have to ask, what was the drama with Brie Larson?
She was just very haughty about like every time she was on camera, she had this chip on her shoulder, like I'm the new fucking face of the MCU, and everyone was kind of like, "Hey, we're all about that superhero life. Why don't you sit the fuck back down?"
What did you hear, Brian? Did you hear anything about that?
No, I stay the fuck away from Brie Larson.
You're like, I like the.
I avoid that
I'm
shit
not
like
getting
the
involved in this thing.
fucking
She wild as
plague.
shit.
Listen, I refuse to give Trigger any fucking ammo, any more ammo for him hating Captain Marvel and shit like that. So I stay the fuck away from that.
She's like one of them girls, the white girls with White Claw at spring break. Just going.
Dude,
And
I was at the island today, man, and you know what? Like
exactly.
yeah, dude. I mean, hey, bro, I was fucking. I mean, you know, I saw it. I was on the island, and yeah, man, fucking dude, it still holds true, man. Hoes don't get cold. You know, Trulies and fucking White Claws walking around and shit, man.
Yep. Has Brie Larson in the Marvel universe. She's a White Claw in the parking lot, watching NASCAR and shit. Yeah, so what I heard that one of the arguments, and then John, what's up, John? Good to see you. We'll be seeing you this weekend, my dude. Well, at first I heard that she was complaining that they changed the Marvels from Captain Marvel 2 to the Marvels, and she's like, well, why don't I get my own Captain Marvel 2 movie?
Valid
like,
question. Valid question, Triggs. That's a valid question.
Tricks.
She should get her own standalone movie. Exactly. Valid question.
Oh man, dude.
You know what? Fucking, you know, Scarlett Johansson only got one movie, and your bitch ass is only gonna get one too.
Fuck. God damn, dude. God damn.
Yeah, I'm just hating, dude. Honestly, if I
I'm just caping, and I'm just caping too. So it is what it is.
Obvious, my friend.
Yeah, and I'm just caping.
Let me tell you what
I'm here for it.
No, but if I'm gonna be like completely honest, I think it's just because like at this point it's just so transitional, you know, like with her character that you may as well just give the limelight and the focus to you know, Monica Rambeau's character and, you know, Kamala Khan and stuff like that. I mean, you know, whatever gripe Brie Larson may have with the MCU right now, I mean, you know, sorry.
So, okay, I got to ask, because John put this in the comments too. He said the other thing was she was comparing her paycheck to Robert Downey Jr.
He's made almost $500 million since.
Okay, I was just making sure we're on the same page. I was going to say like, oh shit.
And
like,
I don't understand. I don't understand how she could even be close to a Robert Downey Jr. paycheck. Like I loved Captain Marvel, but come on.
But no, you're like, but wait a minute.
Let's be real.
Robert Downey's a draw, man. Like that dude, like he is just pure excellence, dude.
Yeah, that guy wakes up and pisses excellence.
Yeah,
you know, no one can hang with his stuff.
Yeah, I really think that the reason why they changed her name up is because that's the whole process. Because she didn't realize that nobody gives a fuck about Captain Marvel. Yeah, like her arcs in the comic books, they all suck, and they only start to become relevant when Kamala Khan's character gives her attention. Like, and then the only character that was anything worth out of that whole entire story was Monica Rambeau's character, Spectrum. She's the only one that kind of went off and did cool shit. Like,
I'm surprised I haven't seen Monica Rambeau since
fucking WandaVision.
Since WandaVision.
Yeah. That was my biggest gripe with Illuminati and her mom coming back. I was like, why would you guys want her to come back if she's gonna get railed again? She just had cancer. Like now we're gonna get her killed off by like fucking Wanda. Like, why are you bringing this lady back? Like, does she need to pay off a fucking bill or what? Like, does she need cash? And she's like, oh, I'll come back. Yeah, you can kill me real quick. I wouldn't mind making a couple extra $100 or whatever. Like, I was so like flabbergasted as to why they brought that lady back. But my thing is like, yeah, we haven't seen anything from Monica Rambeau's character power wise, how she even statures up against like the situation that Captain Marvel goes through. Because like if you think about it, Brie Larson's character only has about 40 minutes in film. Like rather like even with her movie, her own film.
Wait, what?
Like she like in Endgame, Infinity War, she was only there for fucking 10, 15 minutes. And she headbutted Thanos, she got punched in the face and took it like a champ. Like Monica Rambeau's character is supposed to come in and be equal, if not stronger than her character. You know what I mean? Like, but how are we supposed to get that from what they barely gave us in WandaVision?
Yeah, that's my only concern. You're gonna have and I was gonna say like I don't like the Brie Larson hate because she has unlimited credit from Scott Pilgrim.
Yes.
So
100% agree.
Unlimited credit. Unlimited credit.
She's amazing in that film.
She can put out a dud from here on to eternity, and I'm still gonna be a fan. But anyway,
but she revolutionized superhero film in Scott Pilgrim. All of that cast.
I'm just confused as to why we haven't seen Miss Rambeau since WandaVision.
Yeah, Monica Rambeau.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, yeah. We got a whole ass series of Kamala Khan, and we got a whole cool idea breakthrough about what her powers can do. But we'll have to wait until the Marvels comes out. Apparently, early screenings of the films have completely
they're doing reshoots.
Yeah,
the early testings, they bombed. Yeah. Safe to say. So they're doing reshoots. They're doing
right now, Brie Larson should not be asking for a raise. Let them finish the film and do good, and let's see where it goes from there. Guys, I have to ask. We are on to the next part of the subject. I know we went into Marvel, but I didn't want to do that. But being that we're talking about Captain Marvel, boom, transition time, motherfuckers.
Let's go.
Shazam, the other real Captain Marvel.
Shazam.
Early reviews for Shazam are off. We have not seen the film yet. Robert in the comment sections is probably going to blast off and be like, that movie was legit, and then give us his pros and cons in the comment section. But boys, I gotta say, my friend John saw it. John, tell us about it in the comments. No spoilers though. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Guys,
and I think Robert did as well.
Huh?
That's what he said.
Robert did as well.
Yeah, Robert put it up a little while ago. But guys, what have you heard about Shazam? Are you excited? Are you pumped? Are you ready to see Zachary Levi don the lightning bolt again and come out and beat up a bunch of old ladies?
I heard that it's more or less a family movie. That it's more along the lines of the first movie. If you like the first movie, you'll enjoy the second movie. And I heard the VFX was really good.
Dang, dude, are Robert, John, and Sal in the comments? That's like super crazy, dude. That's like diversity at its finest in the comments.
Yeah, they're going crazy.
Robert says, nah, saw it 7 out of 10. John
that means it's gonna be a 10 out of 10 for me. Because me and Robert definitely have me and Robert have different tastes in movies, bro.
Oh, dude. Okay, well, I'll go back because I want to ask you guys about your Scream experience. Did you get to watch Scream yet?
I'm not watching that movie.
Oh, you're like, I'm gonna watch that shit. I haven't seen Scream since Scream 1.
I was gonna say, like, I barely saw Scream 2, dude.
Mm-hmm. So, like I said, Robert said 7 out of 10. John says Shazam really explains more of the backstory. Cool. And Sal, a comic book guy himself, don't care, not gonna see it.
I'm on board with Sal. Like, I don't think I'm gonna see this movie.
Why? What's going on? Tell me, what is it that doesn't catch your eye this time?
I honestly, I like the first one, but you know what it is? There's nothing coming from this. There's nothing to look forward to. Like, this is probably gonna be it for Shazam.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not gonna lie.
So I
don't see it making it into the new Marvel DC.
What the fuck is the rush? Yeah, what's the rush?
John says, we liked it. His family, he's talking about. We like Shazam too. And
Triggs, are you alive, bro? What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
what are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Shazam too.
Like, what are you doing? It's like Will Ferrell with the mom and the meatloaf. Like, I don't know what the fuck she's doing back there.
He's researching Shazam too.
No, I'm actually trying to look up the synopsis for Shazam 2.
Oh yeah, I know what happens in this entire movie.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, what the story is about is the children of Apollo or Atlas come back to fight the Shazam family because they feel that the powers of the gods have been stolen and given to children. That's going to just be what I've gotten from just the trailers.
Okay.
and Wonder Woman comes out. Because that's, again, what I've gotten from the trailers. Gal Gadot comes out. Why does she come out? Because fuck it, why not?
So wait, so John says, Brian, you might be wrong. Watch it through all the credits, which I'm assuming there might be like a cliffhanger through one of the credits.
Oh,
But
shit.
I watched fucking Black Adam, and there was a fucking end credit scene there too with fucking Henry Cavill, and they were not gonna get a goddamn thing from that.
Like the biggest fucking JK ever, dude. I've never felt so bamboozled. In my
So when
entire
it comes to DC in their mid credits, they can blow me, bro. I don't care about any of that.
I was
shit,
like,
bro.
fuck, dude. Like, I felt bad for Henry Cavill, dude. I fucking felt bad for him because that was like, he got the hype. He got to put that shit. That was like, man, he got to share that shit on social media. I'm back, guys. I'm donning the blue and red, only to get fucking let go.
Only James Gunn, James Gunn, goofball, nut ass, come out of nowhere,
dude,
and
so fucking crazy.
No, man,
Robert put, if you can see where James Gunn is going to go, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say anything else. James Gunn's gonna ride it all the way to hell, man. Like, I don't even know what that means. I just know James Gunn's gonna be like, oh fuck, you.
I'm telling you, this is a robbery. We are witnessing a high-profile robbery at its finest, bro.
Jeremy,
Mark my words. Mark my words.
Like the comment section's wild as fuck to me, dude. Like Jeremy, my guy, dude. He's like a comic book guy too, man. And he's like, yo, it's at 83% on Rotten Tomato. But fucking, I don't care. I'm still not gonna watch it. Like, fuck, dude, goddamn, dude.
I came on here and I said, "Yo, the reviews from the watchers have been good," and I told you I'm not watching this shit,
dude. Man, the comment section, you guys are wilding today, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I like this type of energy, though.
Yeah, man. Soul says the whole Fast and Furious crew comes out. Dude, can you imagine the fucking ending of Shazam? Fucking Vin Diesel comes out in a car and he's like, family. Fucking Shazam and the Fast and Furious guys all fighting the two ladies and shit. I feel bad that Shazam's beating the fuck out of a fucking old 90-year-old lady, dude. That's where I'm kind of.
I heard she's badass in the movie, though.
No, dude, but that's Helen Mirren, dude. You put some respect.
Yeah, no, I heard that she like.
Yeah, well, Shazam's supposed to put some respect on her. Yeah, Shazam's gonna put a whole ass whooping of respect on her. Just beating up an old woman and shit.
Hey man, come get it, dude.
Yeah, she's like, I drank my Equate today, dude. I'm ready. I got my vitamins and minerals.
See, John said, yo, that old lady guy. I heard she's like badass.
She got hands.
I heard she's badass in that movie.
Fuck, dude. Oh no, dude. She kicks ass.
I told you. See.
So okay, so guys that have seen it in the comment section, you have to fill me in. What these old bitches can get it too? I'm gonna start crying with these comments, dude. They're fucking on fire. Guys, you have to let me know, like, what is like this story about? Like, I gotta know what the story's about.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers wise, but what is like just the equivalent breakdown of what this story's about?
I could tell you, from what I know, it's about family. It's a movie about family and about the family that you might not grow up with, but being that they were from like a foster home, they're appreciative about that. From what I get, it's like they're just love the situation that they're in as a
Didn't
family.
they cover that shit in part 1?
Well, they're about to cover it in part 2 too. That's the reason why I ain't in a rush to see the shit.
Jeez, dude, like that's a for real. She bitch slaps the shit out of Shazaam. I mean, she has to, man. Like, if she doesn't, I don't know who is. They have that other, what's her name? Lucy Liu?
Yeah,
Lucy Liu's in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucy Liu's in it. So, I just don't know what. Okay, I have to ask. Real Will Smith slaps now all over the place. So, John says it's about Shazam's family making changes, and also how Shazam, the name was made.
Yeah, so that's what that's kind of what I got the gist of.
It's real quick question. I know this is out of nowhere though, but anything on any connection to the after credit scene from the first Shazam movie with that weird caterpillar character? What is that? Thumbs up. What do you mean? Don't do that to me, Trigger. What are you talking about?
I just looked it up.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Now you're all caught up to Shazam 2?
Yeah, I don't need to watch it.
You're not gonna watch it?
Wait, that's the end credit scene with the fucking worm?
No,
that was from part 1.
The end credit scene. Do you really want me to spoil it?
No,
I don't care. I'm
spoilers.
never gonna see this movie unless it comes on like.
All right, you know what? I'll put it in our chat. That's it. I'll
Okay,
put it
yeah,
in our
that's
chat.
fine. You can put it in the private
I'm
chat.
not gonna spoil shit.
Yeah, no spoilers, guys. No spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah, like straight, like I was kind of
Shit,
like,
you could have
yo,
said
that
this
was-
shit right here, bro. I'd fuck it.
Brian's like, we're about to get sued by DC, like Marvel
Right,
jumping on
right.
Reddit. We are gonna
James Gunn can come
fucking.
block that shit. I don't give a fuck.
We're about to ruin the internet for today. Yeah, put that shit in private chat. We're not gonna put that on the open.
Yeah.
The reason why I was kind of like, dude, because they never did anything with that after credit scene in the first film. Like they brought in this like small little caterpillar dude, and I was like, this is dumb. This is really dumb. But if they kind of touch base on it, cool. Like it is an interesting character. But what are we thinking about the movie, guys? Those that have seen the film,
Fuck
please
that
give
movie.
us a rating in the comment section if you think it's worth it. I am probably gonna go check it out. Hopefully tomorrow night. We're gonna go check it out when we're in Corpus Christi. So
All right, so I'll leave it in your hands. If you come to me and say, "Hey, Brian, you have to see this movie," which I know for a fact you will never do.
you know I'm not gonna say that shit. you know. Look,
you have to come. Listen, you have to come into on this show and say, "Brian, you have to see this movie in order for me to be even entertain the fact of
Brian." We have to have a live reaction watch party to Dragon Ball Evolution.
I'm gonna be sick.
Out of here, dude.
I'm gonna be sick. I'm not gonna be able to make it.
You
You guys are sick. No, you guys are sick for actually wanting to watch that shit with an audience. Like that's crazy.
All punishment. We're here for it, dude. We're here for the drive. But yeah, guys, in the comment section, let us know what you guys really think. Dude, Alex is like, I totally join you guys. Rob's like, shit, I'll be there, dude. God, dude, these guys are all about
come
the
on. Well,
punishment.
Alex
all
is like,
sadomasochists, dude.
listen, I am crowning Alex as king troll of the comments.
King troll, 10 out of 10, dude. He comes on and goes,
He
Shazam.
is
Oh
king
yeah, dude, the
troll of the
Marvels.
comments, and I'm here
10 out of
for it.
10.
I love it. Hell yeah.
That's gonna be the shirt 10-10, dude. 10-10. Nah, straight. Guys, let us know in the comment section what you guys think. Right now, Shazam 2, Battle of the Gods. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Fury of the Gods is sitting at a 50-something on Rotten Tomato with a pretty solid score for audience, which is at a high 80. So if you guys want to go check it out, let us know what you guys think. Hit us up during the week. Drop us some comments. Tell us what you guys thought of it. We really like to hear your guys' responses. Like I said, the comment section is fucking wild today. But jumping on to the last two parts of our conversation, which is something that we've all been casually keeping up with on the ends. First, boys, Last of Us is the season finale. I gotta know. You guys played the game through and through. I'm not cool at that level yet. Not that kind of nerd. But what did you guys think of the season finale? How do you think they handled the entire course of the first game?
Brian, I'm gonna let you go first, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go first. Okay. I loved it. And I kind of said in on Discord, I don't know if it was the shrooms that I was tripping on that Sunday or what, but
my microdose is a little bit higher.
Yeah, I think I might have overdid it that day. But then I rewatched it and I loved it just the same. I think that they hit all the notes that they needed to. And they didn't do it in a dull way. I think that I think the acting overall was great. I think Bella Ramsey stood out in the last 2 to maybe 3 episodes. I think Pascal did a fucking great job. He did a great job the entire way. And it stayed true to the source material, which I know a lot of people are grateful for, me myself being one of them. I know that I can be kind of hard on people that want things to stick to the source material, but for once it worked out well, and I appreciate that. So
True.
Hats off to everyone involved. They knocked it out the park. I've been at a 9 all season. I'm gonna bump it up to a 10. It's a 10 out of 10. That's it.
There you go. Triggs.
Dude, I mean, this show has been like very much like like Brian said, has been nothing less than 10 out of 10, like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. You know, like almost the entire show, right? I will say this as like a very, very big gamer, you know, a very, very big lover for The Last of Us. Um, uh, there is a other than Ashley Johnson's character, you know, in the beginning, and she was beautifully portrayed as Ellie's mother. You know, the original Ellie, you know, being an Ellie, you know, just being in the position that she's in, and you know, like if you watch the after credits, you know, like stuff, you know, that's like Ashley Johnson's first like birth giving scene, and you know, in like you know, at all, you know, in her entire career. So she was very thankful and very fortunate, you know, to have been given the role as Ellie's mother. And
she's Ellie in the game, by the
yeah,
way.
and she's Ellie in the game.
Mhm.
You know, and they had so many important characters. You know, Laura Bailey, who plays Abby, you know, in the game, is also in the show. She's actually the one who unhooks Ellie from, you know,
Yeah, she's a nurse.
yeah, one of the nurses. Uh, After that scene, it is pretty much an entire shot-for-shot remake from the game to the TV show.
Mhm.
Not to. I don't want this question to go too far. John asks, "Do you have to know or play the game to watch or understand the show?" Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. If
Absolutely
you want
not.
the show, you play
It
the
holds
game.
up on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It holds up on its own, which is
There,
where
there is one big difference to the game to the show, but you know we discussed that in episode 3, or they did in episode 3. You know, that's the only biggest.
That's the only thing.
You know, only big difference. You know, if you were to play the show to the, or if you were to play the game to the show. But other than that, this has been nothing but a beautifully remastered shot-for-shot retelling.
The majority of the people that I talk to about this show have never played the game.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't even have to go too far because I didn't play the game.
Yeah,
I knew the story, but I didn't play the game. But I'll tell you that the story holds up on its own. All the actors do very well. I will be the person that kind of like does give some kind of pushback, and I'm gonna say that just on just regular film work, there are some things that will never work with the transition to live action. Like it's just what it is. Which the translation from a video game to a film with certain aspects, it just won't work. Where almost the entire ratio of the game The Last of Us is all espionage and stealth stuff. Like the actors wouldn't even be able to walk. Like I think they make fun of it.
yeah. I mean, that's exactly what Pedro
like,
Pascal did.
Yeah,
You know,
he was like, man, I have bad knees. I can't do that shit all the time.
Yeah, he was like, Joel's a 56-year-old man in the show. He's like, you're high if you think you're microdosing, fucking Brian microdosing. If you think that I'm gonna be
high as
the
fuck
whole fucking time.
That was high as shit.
The other thing is like for what it's worth, the ending really didn't get it for me. And the reason why is because it ends very abruptly, and I kind of feel like it drops. But I chalk that up for it's so much different from transitioning that vibe from a video game to a movie because you actually get to live like those hours and time and fighting over and over again. Like you feel the gravitas because of how much time.
And I knew once you gave that take, the comment was going to get your ass because that's exactly how it is in the game. And I said this, you know, off air.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just giving my opinion on it.
No, of course. And honestly, someone that either doesn't remember or hasn't played the game, I understand that. But that's exactly how it is in the game. Mm-hmm. And I would say that the only difference is in the game, you kind of got more of a sense of where you are in this story.
Yeah.
Like you're actually playing the game, so it's like you know that he knows he's full of shit. You know,
but no, I get that part. But like, you know what? Like, there's something about it. Like, okay, in the scene when you're in the hospital, and he's going through the hospital, and he's shooting all the dudes and all this stuff. In the game, it's a big fucking battle.
But I love how they did that, though. I love
Wait.
how
The
they
game,
did that.
in the game, I guarantee, as a gamer, it's a big fucking battle.
No, it is. It's like one of the biggest ones of the. It's hard as shit, by the way.
Yeah.
It's one of the
But the
biggest
thing
ones.
is like you almost feel like this gravitas of him having to deal with it, like at an emotional level, where he's going around and he's just like murking these dudes. Like he's just murking them at the end. Like that's just what I feel from what the film did, which is just him like gunning everyone. Like he's just walking around like Juggernaut, just walking and no one's capping this dude. Everyone's a stormtrooper. No one can shoot him. And he saves her life and all this stuff. I just feel as if you're a gamer, the stakes of that situation are probably fucking high as fuck because of how difficult the situation is.
I have to totally disagree with you. I have to totally disagree with you. Like they did that, in my perspective, they nailed that shit. Yes, it is a part of the game where you actually physically have to kill these people, but dude, they lowered the music. And it was almost like he was just in a, like, you don't see that part in the game. You're going in it as a game, but to physically watch someone just go into another fucking realm and black out and have to kill all these people, like, they filmed that phenomenally. Triggs, I want to know, how did you feel? That's a great point, Chris, by the way. How did you feel about that scene particularly?
I couldn't agree with you more, dude.
Yeah, look, I mean, Alex in one comment, I think he settles it really well. The way that it was filmed was great, but the game was more fulfilling.
They can't replicate that on.
They can't,
on
and
TV.
that's what I'm saying. Like
They
the
can't
transition
replicate
from
that.
game to TV, I think some stuff is very hard to translate. That's what I'm saying. That's what I just
and Alex comes through with the best. The best thing ever. He said they did that very well, and I think the best way they could have done it. I think the way that they did it was spectacular.
They did really well. I thought it was really, really good.
Great job. Great job.
So kind of to like touch on like what I was just saying, Chris, you care so much about cinematography that like it baffles me how you can't like that scene. And
no, I didn't say I didn't like it
or think so low of it. And the reason that I say that is because like at this point, this is the darkest you're gonna see Joel.
Yes,
like we've seen Joel do some.
I get it. I understand that.
You know, some uggo things, right? But this is the one time he is purely motivated by love,
by love and greed.
You know, and
selfishness.
And it is selfishness, but it's one of those parental selfish part where you're like, I would burn the world down for my kid.
And he does.
And damn the world for thinking otherwise.
He does.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
And you know what? What I loved most about the show to the game, and especially this episode, it got the exact same reaction from the game that the show gave. Was Joel wrong?
Yeah.
And I don't think you can. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you can fully answer that unless you play both games.
Oh yeah.
I really don't think you can answer that unless you played both games. Can you only answer that?
Well, I have to say I'm not saying I didn't like the scene. I thought it was cool. Like I thought it was good. I just feel like the abrupt ending and the setup to it, to me, watching it on the outside, not being a part of the game, I kind of feel like it was very it was too abrupt for me. There was something about it that just felt super abrupt, and I was like, oh shit, now I gotta wait for season 2. Like this is where they leave me, and I gotta wait for season. That's kind of hardcore, but I mean, I do get the vibe, and I got all the feelings of to what they were trying to tell me as an audience member without playing the game. Mm-hmm. But I could tell watching that scene that was probably a fucking hard ass fight and a hard ass battle.
Bro,
so where
I think I went through that fight 3 times before I successfully completed it.
Yeah, I played it on like one of the hardest levels too. It's a bitch of a fucking level, dude.
And what I'm guessing for you guys as the gamer is at the end of that, it felt more justified. because you knew
Yeah,
exactly
because
the moment.
I had just gone through like the hardest fight of the game. You know.
Yeah, because you felt so invested and so developed in it. I just feel like as myself watching it just on a TV show, I kind of feel like I didn't get to that level. I understood the beauty of it and I understand the story and what they're developing, but for it to end like that, I feel like it wasn't as big for me.
But Chris, no one did though. Even the people that played the game didn't get to that level watching it. So like we were all on the same level at that point. And I think for what they did, I think they did a great job. I think they did capture the magnitude, the severity, where Joe was at. I think they captured all of it. I think, and again, with just the way that it played out, where for me, the way I looked at it was when they dulled the music down, that's what Joe's hearing, dude. He's not hearing anything, bro.
Yeah, he's just
in go mode. He's in go mode.
Work.
You gotta die. You're stopping me from my mission. I don't hear or see anything but red. And he just goes ballistic. That is what happens in the game, and I think they portrayed that very well on screen.
Well, the beauty part of it is, for me, this is like a high 9.5, and that's with me with the gripe. You know what I mean? Like, there's not me saying
it's kind of like nitpicking at that point.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that I was like, oh, okay, like I could see why, but then but my mind rationalizes the idea that it's like, I guarantee for the team and everybody behind this, it's hard as fuck to transition this from a video game to live action and keep all of that emotional gratitude from being a gamer.
I dare anyone.
You know, it's really, really funny that you kind of mentioned that, dude, because Neil Druckmann was like, I couldn't see any other way to put this into film than the way that we did it, you know, because like you kind of have to stay true to the game to an essence, because if you're gonna like, you know, in any way translate that particular fight scene, you know, that's essentially what you kind of want to have happen, is just be as stealthy as possible and just fucking cap everybody, just very slowly, very methodical, thwap, 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 you know, just go through everybody. And now everyone knows that you're coming, and you're playing it smart. You know, and
level by level.
Yeah. And by the time you know it, you're at the doctor's office, and I mean, come get it.
Yep.
So let me ask you guys, is this the best game adaptation ever?
True.
Without fail.
Yeah, without fail. This is it. And it's a pinnacle now, because now whatever else comes after this as a video game, like, they got to come through.
The bar's high.
The bar is set fucking high. Like, and that's what's even crazier is now they've proven that a video game script story can be a fucking straight up the number one watched television series into 2023.
Easily.
Like, that's epic as fuck. Like, there are so many other television shows that have been around that have been here forever, like the CSIs and all that other shit, HBOs and fucking Willows and fucking Star Wars and all that.
Dude,
and a video game based on mushroom zombies.
Game of Thrones numbers.
Yeah, look at Brian. Brian's laughing because he heard what I said. A fucking video game based on mushroom zombies is what's kicking the shit out of television.
But honestly, dude, like the video game is written so well. Like I can't say I'm surprised. I can't say I'm surprised, man.
Yo, this is a perfect example to what. Can you imagine if they did a GTA, Red Dead Redemption, Mass Effect, Resident Evil? Like, I mean, Resident Evil's been out there before, but fucking if they did it right, like, you know what I mean? Like this is possibly the best thing they could see. Hitman, the fucking movie or whatever, like, this is it. I mean, and then thinking about it, like, Hitman wasn't all that bad. The first one wasn't that bad.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I mean, but that's what I don't correlate the second sequels, man. That's like fucking Fast and Furious 8 or whatever. I don't give a shit about 8, but like, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about 8. Yeah, like Hitman 1 was all right, but still, like, it didn't even touch base on what this thing did. This was a monster. It really was. This fucking television show is a fucking beast. Super Smash Brothers. Here we go. Super Smash Brothers, the movie. Let's go. So, guys, let me ask you, everyone in the comment section, what are we rating, and what is the The possibility of you telling someone else to watch this series. Go.
Wait, say that one more time.
What's your rating, and what is the possibility that you're going to recommend this show to somebody else?
Dude, it's a 10 out of 10, and if you're not watching it, you're probably not my friend anyway. So like, I don't like, I don't know what I don't know what to tell you, man.
Dirty, dude. That was funny as fuck.
I don't know what to tell you.
Triggs.
10 out of 10. I already have recommended the show to several people who haven't played the game, and I was like, if you want to play the game, fucking watch this show. There you go, dude.
Church. Yeah, 10 out of 10. And I got a tattoo of it already. No, I'm just kidding. Straight. Good show. Highly recommended. Make sure you guys go check it out. If you waited all this time for the season finale, you are in for a treat. You're in for a fucking treat. Great show. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. Alrighty, boys, on to our last part of the conversation. I'm burping, although I got these. What are you guys munching on? What do you guys got?
Dude, I actually got some DoorDash while we were in our show. So,
what'd you order, dude?
Fucking Applebee's, dog. 3 cheese.
All right, you know what? No, timeout. 20-second timeout. 20-second timeout. We gotta address this really quick. All right. We had a very interesting conversation in our Discord that got the Discord family a little hot and bothered for a little bit. All right. It was all surrounding fast food and where Taco Bell lands on the fast food rating.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Chris, please tell me you don't have Taco Bell like in your top 10 at least.
Are we talking fast food or are we talking like just
We're talking fast food.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be like one of my top 5.
Top 5?
Top 5. I ain't fucking around.
All right.
And I'm Mexican.
Okay,
I know tacos.
That's actually not helping the argument that you are Mexican and you pick Taco Bell of all fucking places in top 5. All right, but whatever. Let's getting out of the. Let me ask you both a very. No, I already know a Triggs answer. Do you eat Taco Bell before 5 p.m.?
Before?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
You do?
I do. Yeah, they have the breakfast.
So you eat their breakfast?
Yeah, I do the breakfast. Breakfast solid, man.
So you eat like the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like no matter what time of day it is, you're just Taco Belling it the fuck up.
Whatever it is. The Mexican pizza that they brought back, that shit is tasty.
That is the worst fucking. The
Mexican pizza from Taco Bell, that shit's tasty. My favorite thing from Taco Bell for a really long time, but they got rid of it a while back, was the XXL burrito.
Oh my god,
dude! Yes.
And then when they got rid of it, my heart dropped.
You guys are fucking savages. Who eats that shit sober with a very sober mind? You guys elect to go to Taco Bell?
Straight. We're talking about 5 PM after church, bro. We're hitting Taco Bell.
That is disgusting.
You go ahead and ask Audrey, bro. That was our second
We're
date.
looking for deals. We're fucking hitting up. I mean, I'm not eating the fucking bad nachos that get all soggy. I'm not eating the churros that kind of suck, except when I'm just real. That's when I'm drunk. But like
that shit is destroying your stomach in like 30 minutes.
This place was like, hey, you know what? Like, we're gonna put Kickstart on tap, dude. That's an energy drink. That's the equivalent to someone being like, yo, Red Bull on tap.
Yo, I was gonna say that, Alex. You're bugging because the only thing worth getting at Taco Bell are the fucking nachos and the Baja
bro, and that's
Blast.
just beans and chips, bro. That's
and
trash.
I don't get the beans. Listen. I don't want to gross you guys out. My very first job ever in this world was at fucking Taco Bell.
Okay, you know what?
I will never eat.
The people that I know that do not like Taco Bell with a passion have always been people that work there.
Yeah, I will.
And I know what you mean.
Never. I will never eat any of that shit with a sober mind. The fact that you guys are going out of your way to eat this shit sober. Oh,
dude, you can give me a gift card, dude, and I'll be all excited and shit.
Oh my god,
dude, you have no idea. The quesadilla is.
You guys are surrounded by some of the best Mexican food on the planet, and you guys choose to go to fucking Taco Bell. That's mind-boggling.
You know what's crazy?
Man, it's not. Sometimes that's just expensive.
It's not just the best Mexican food. Because we're not surrounded by just the best Mexican food. We are surrounded by the only real Mexican food.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is mind-boggling to me.
Hey, dude, but it's cheap, dude. It's cheap. You just go by and slam a couple shit down and it's good. But you know what? I will say It's not for everybody. It's just not for everybody. It really isn't. I'm a real big fan of like the Diablo sauce. A lot of people don't like the Diablo sauce. I am a big fan of the fucking breakfast sauce. They have like a special sauce they use for breakfast, and it's just salsa, like real salsa. It's really good. But the breakfast, dude, you know what? If you're in the rush,
It's good.
the breakfast is solid, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And the thing is like down here, we have Stripes, which is equivalent to like a 7-Eleven or whatever.
Yeah.
And they have their own like
taco
company that's in it that makes really badass breakfast tacos.
No shit.
But the lines are usually like 1 million people long. Dude, in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, just crazy, dude. Schools and high schools and kids and everybody just waiting.
Dude, and then like construction.
The Laredo Taco Company, like legit.
All the guys in the trades and stuff like that.
Yeah, all the workers, everybody's just out there getting breakfast tacos.
I am just amazed because I would think that the conversations would be reversed. Like you guys being down there would condemn me for eating Taco Bell up here because I really can't get decent Mexican food up here. But you guys are surrounded by it. You guys are surrounded by great fucking Mexican food and go to fucking Taco Bell. That's so fucking.
The good thing is we know how to make the Mexican food.
That's great.
Yeah, we know how to make our own shit. But just sometimes it's cool. Like if you're on a rush and you just need to pick something up, like, and it's either Burger King, McDonald's, or Taco Bell.
You guys don't have like a Jollibee over there. You guys don't have that.
See, and that's what I was talking about on the Discord.
There's a lot of franchises we don't have.
Yeah,
Yo, I gotta ask Brian.
That's what I was saying on the Discord. Like, there's gonna be a bunch of shit that
I have
that we don't.
You guys, yeah.
Yo, I gotta ask Brian. Do you guys still have Checkers?
Yeah, dude.
Burger place?
Yeah, man.
We don't have one of those anymore. It closed down like, in the 1990. It's in the 19th century. I'll just say the 19th century. It closed down here in the 19th century.
Really?
And we used to have two of them, one in Edinburgh and one in McAllen. They both closed down. They didn't make it.
You guys have Shake Shack though, right?
Yeah.
One.
I think we do.
Like one or two, maybe, if not close to Corpus. Yo, you know what's super funny is anything that's in 1991, 92, you can just say the 1900 now. Like the 19th century.
19th century, yeah.
I've been saying that shit for like weeks and people have been hating me for it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, hey, Chris, how old are you? I'll be like, oh, I'm 40 and I graduated in the 19th century.
Carl's Jr., you guys don't have a Carl. Well, we don't have a Carl's Jr. here, but we have one in Pennsylvania, which is pretty.
We still have. Oh, we used to have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have a Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
I'm not really big on fast food, but like Jollibee, I'll eat. Shake Shack, I'll eat.
Five Guys.
You go further up,
Five Guys.
You're gonna see Hardee's.
A what?
Yeah, if you go further up, you're gonna see Hardee's.
Hardee's, yeah.
The same thing as Carl's Jr. is.
Yeah.
Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
We don't have one of those anymore.
Yeah.
We barely got like 2 Arby's down here.
Arby's is shit, so you're not.
Yeah, I mean, but we got 2 of those, like just random, like out of nowhere.
We got the beef.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, man, and I was thinking of something else. I just can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, we don't have White Castle.
You guys have Whataburger, and you guys choose to eat fucking Taco Bell, bro.
Whataburger is expensive as fuck, though.
I would kill for. I don't give. I'd splurge for Whataburger.
Yeah,
bro.
no,
Whataburger is probably.
Yeah, bro. No shit. Whataburger's a date night kind of shit, dude.
Yeah, that's like
Whataburger and Jack in the Box are the only 2 fast food places I miss.
Oh, dude, I can't do Jack in the Box, dude.
They're You want to talk about like slumming for tacos? I used to get the tacos from fucking Jack
in the Box. Yeah, that's pretty dark.
Like
that was a dark time in my life.
It was like $2 for $1, bro.
No, but like you can't go wrong with like the soft beef tacos from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Like you just can't. Like you can't. But you know what I prefer? I don't like the beef or the chicken. I'd rather do the steak.
True.
Same.
Yeah, straight up. If I'm gonna get something and it's gonna be something solid from taco, it's gonna be steak, like a steak taco. Chick-fil-A. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is good too.
So listen, Chick-fil-A and fucking what's that
getting the little miniature tacos from
Chick-fil-A and what's the other one I'm thinking about?
Man.
Nah, man.
I just had Cane's for the first time this week.
Chipotle. Chick-fil-A and Chipotle are the 2 biggest ripoffs and fucking
Chipotle is gross, dude.
Chipotle is fucking trash, bro.
It has no fucking flavor.
And Chipotle and Chick-fil-A is trash too, bro. Let's call it spade a spade.
Oh, damn, that's harsh. Yo, I had Raising Cane's for the first time this past week.
I've had it a while ago, but it's decent.
Someone had hit me up in the Discord and they were like, I think it was George, and he was like, yo, Chris, you need to start a food channel or whatever. I was like, no, man, everybody does that shit, dude. I think what I'm doing right now is great, which is I'll go to places to eat and I'll eat before, and then I'll take the picture of my empty ass plate. And you have no idea how it gets people to engage, dude. It's so dumb why people are like, they're messaging me and they're like, Chris, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to take pictures before you eat it. I'm like, oh, my bad. But you're looking at my post. You're checking out my post. That's the silly part. We went to this really nice Mexican restaurant to go eat breakfast today. It was really solid.
I saw that. Yo.
Yeah, it was tasty, man. It was good.
All right. Sorry to sidetrack.
No, that was good. That was good.
But you know what? That had to be addressed.
True. Oh, dude, Cane's is good, man. The dipping sauce from there is stupid good. It was really, really good. Onward to the last part of the conversation, boys. I gotta ask. Mandalorian episode 3.
Loved it.
Really? Oh fuck.
Loved it.
Okay. Well, let's get into this. So, what did you guys think of the newest episode of Mandalorian?
Well, I got a little bit of what I wanted. So Bo-Katan finally meets the armor, and I was like, sick. It happened, and it was lame. You know, well, I'm not gonna say it was lame. It's just I didn't get what I wanted, but I'm not gonna cry about it.
I think it's gonna happen.
I think it will too.
I think it's gonna happen. We'll talk about that right now, but I do want to get an idea of what you guys thought of the episode before we get into like breakdowns and shit like that. So,
I what about yourself? Like, did you like it or what?
I don't know, man. There's something that's lackluster about this season of The Mandalorian.
It's the lowest ratings of this of the season. Sorry,
okay. So I'm not the only person that feels it. Okay. No, I don't want to say it's bad. This past episode was okay. Or you know what? It wasn't that bad because they had a really good. There was a good space battle. The aviation's part of them flying around, fighting dudes. That was really cool. See, I don't even know what it is, but I always get a kick out of Din Djarin in his little like fighter, like fighting dudes. I always feel like since it's so tiny, like the idea of him getting shot is so scary because like there's nothing protecting him in a pod racer in space. Like I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Like the fear of knowing that like the walls of his ship are probably like a half a fucking inch wide or whatever, or half an inch thick. Like I just feel like he's always in danger. Bo-Katan's ship and the things that it could do, I thought that was really impressive. I thought that was real fun. Kind of expanding on this thing where like her wings kind of can individually move and do like cooler tricks and shit. Bo-Katan's part was really cool. Seeing her kind of get back into the Mandalorian lifestyle, seeing her engage with the Mandalorians. My thing is I'm kind of excited to see where they're going to use Val Visla's grandson.
Paz
Vizsla or whatever.
He's a hater, bro. Guy? He's salty as hell, bro. Yeah, he's salty as shit, bro.
Yeah, they call him Hams, the heavy arms guy. Heavy arms Mandalorian. I call him Hams because he's a big cheeks, man. But
clap.
Dude, I really think that he's gonna try to screw over Bo-Katan for her going against Val Vizsla when he had the Black Blade. Like he's gonna be fucking picking on her the whole time. But I just don't want it to be the same pick on that he did to Din Djarin in the first season or whatever.
I think that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah. I kind of don't want that. I want it to be a little different, maybe even like more physical with him like literally trying to beat the shit out of her when he gets a chance.
I don't think it had anything to do with Din Djarin specifically. Just whoever has the dark saber,
the blade, right,
is gonna be an issue. Let me listen. On face value, this episode was meh, but I think this episode is huge in regards to the future in the lore of Star Wars. Okay. I think for things that are being set up, I think the Moff Gideon reference, the rumor that he escaped, I think that's gonna come back. I think they alluded to what's going on with him. Like we haven't physically seen him, but we know what's going on with him, which I think is great. Mm-hmm. And I honestly think we just saw the creation of what is going to lead to that Snoke character and to the explanation as to what Grogu is. I think we just saw the birth of that, bro.
The clone talking and all that stuff.
all of it is clone.
Yeah.
All of it is
Oh, it's all
doing with
cloning.
clones. So like face value, yeah, it's a copy and/or episode.
Series, right, or something.
But I do think for the future and what we're seeing, I think it's a huge fucking episode personally. And
Tricks.
Palpatine.
It's for me. It felt like the Empire still has its hooks in the system, even though it's super background, which is kind of like their thing, right? Always operate from the background, and it felt very reminiscent to how they used to operate, you know, in the prequel trilogy, and I kind of fucked with it, dude.
For me, I was kind of disappointed with the scientist part.
Why?
It was a 30-minute rendition of them cycling back to killing the person that you tried to get us interested in and invested in. Because the entire situation was the attention on the scientist.
Mm-hmm.
The scientist doing this, the scientist feeling how his work can benefit people in the future and all this stuff. And then they had the female character there, and she was kind of like, you know, just helping him out or trying to push him in the direction of this. But it was always insisting that it was more on the scientist. And then in the very end, it ends up just being a screw over, and the chick is the one that survives. The scientist gets fucking lobotomized.
I loved it.
I mean, it's interesting, but I just don't see why waste an entire episode to do that if you're just going to lobotomize that one character and show that chick's just an asshole.
Because normally I would
chicken fry.
Normally I would agree with you, but I do think that this had a reason. Again,
like a purpose, right?
I think there was the purpose. I think the purpose was the implications of what this episode meant. I love the internal conflict he had the entire episode that was on display. It was displayed, but it wasn't really talked about. The scientist was battling an internal conflict the whole episode on where do I belong? What side am I on right now? I'm trying to transform. I'm trying to transform into this different human being. And by the way, the New Republic are fucking idiots, by the way.
They're dumb as fuck, dude.
They're dumb as fuck, bro.
Yeah, they're dumb as fuck. Yeah, that's true.
And that rehabilitation shit does not work, by the way.
But I think that's the whole purpose is they're trying to prove, like, hey man, like, check this out. There's no way that works. Let's put this on film that it doesn't work.
Yeah. But anyway, like, again, I do love it was him battling, trying to do the right thing, but when the time needed for him to escape the train, he reverted right back into being a criminal, or reverted right back into doing what needed to be done. And these are the things that I look for. That's the reason why I'm so hard. Okay. That's the reason why I'm so hard on certain things, because these are the things that that gravitate towards me and speaks to me.
So, like, I'm going to have to disagree just a little bit. And the disagree is that this guy is such a weenie that there was never a part that he was like, oh, let me revert back to the Empire and all that stuff. Because you could tell that this guy's never experienced anything. He's so green at everything he does.
He just wants to be important, Chris. I think that's what I'm saying. I get that. He just wants to be important. He wants to know. He wants to feel like his work matters. So no matter what side he's on, he can work for the Empire. He can work for the New Republic. He don't give a fuck what side he works for, as long as he feels as though he's being appreciated,
that he's being
validated. Yeah. That's the side he's going to work for. So these are all the things that are speaking to me that you won't get just for face value, just looking at this in this episode.
And it's so cool that we learn that from this character that gets lobotomized in the end. That's not going to be in the rest of the show.
We don't know. We don't know what happens. We don't know, what transpires from here. No, she cooked him, but we don't know. But apparently she got cooked too. But I mean, she did crank it up like 1,000%.
That's literally them saying like, oh no, like, we're not going to cook you because we're going to do it in low doses and it's going to feel real great. And then she just turned that shit up. She's like, no, this guy's
fucked him up.
Fucking fried
chicken, dude, with the biscuit too. She's like,
yeah,
she fucked him up.
So like you said, there was so much great development in this character that did not matter in the end.
Don't say that, because his work is going to live on. So it's not the fact that it doesn't matter. Maybe the character won't live on, but his contribution to this story will live on way past even this show.
I mean, I get that. But it's like, I just don't know if it makes sense later on.
And that's the reason why I say it makes sense, because if you just give me this character that you're trying to get me invested in, he doesn't add. You waste a whole episode. He doesn't add any value to the show. He doesn't add anything to anything, and then you kill him. All right, now you're just fucking with my emotions. But if you're telling me that this guy has his vision is what's going to add to a main character later on down the line, I think it's worth it. That's a good trade-off.
Okay, but what if you're wrong? What if
I'm fine with being wrong?
What if the way that we're interpreting is that way, but in actuality, this character that the female is,
it can't be, because everything's surrounded by cloning, which was what his work was, is cloning. So I can't. No,
that's fine. That's fine.
Even if I'm wrong specifically about who it is, his work is developed and surrounded around cloning.
But what I was about to say is, well, what if we're wrong? And like this female character that's coming in is literally there, hired by the New Republic to weed out all of these people who still have like a bad bone in their system, and she's there to fucking catch all of them. Like, what if that's her thing? Like, she's just a fucking New Republic.
She's a triple agent, bro. That's what you call a triple agent.
You know what I mean? Like, what if that's the thing? Like, what if like we're over here being like, oh man, they're gonna take his. What if she's out there just being like, nah, man, if you're for the Empire, I'm here to fuck. Like, I'm here. I got hands for days for you.
I think there's zero chance that happens. I think she's a triple agent.
You get what I'm saying, though.
No, I get what you're saying. I just think that she is still working with Moff Gideon. I don't think that.
Wow, damn, that's crazy.
I don't think that line was just a throwaway when they were sitting around the tables just drinking. That there's a rumor that he escaped. Nah, dude, they're throwing that in there because if we're not, I think at the very least we'll see him in this season, but he's still around in the Empire.
Yeah, I thought Bo-Katan had him, or who took him? Was it Luke Skywalker?
No, he was taken by the New Republic. Yeah, the New Republic had him. So, and they explained it in the first episode that he was going to stand trial for what he's done. Oh, but now in this episode, they said
they're saying like, "Oh shit, I already got out."
I already got out, and he escaped. I don't think that's a throwaway. I don't think that's a throwaway line. Yeah, he'll be at fucking the Comic-Con.
Yeah, so, you got that reference right. Yeah. I was like, yeah, he's coming to South Texas Comic-Con. He escaped.
So I don't think that's a throwaway line. So I again, if you just look at this on for face value, I think you might not be impressed. But I liked this episode. I think there's a lot to look forward to, not just in Mando, but moving forward. That guy's work will live on past this show.
I just, for me, it's one of those things, like, I just think they put too much time into it. They could have dropped that a little bit more and built more on the character development of who the story's about, who it's named after, Mandolorian, you know what I mean? The last couple episodes, there really hasn't been shit that he's been doing that's important. He kind of just drops the ball and someone else picks it up for him.
But later on, when you find out how Palpatine was cloned or how anyone was cloned, you're going to be like, oh shit, it was because of this guy.
It was because of this guy. This guy was.
It was because this guy did that. Yeah, because he got out.
How did they do it if they weren't even able to get him to recreate the system?
Because the mission itself was what? Get all the supplies you need to do this clone shit again. He did that, and when he got picked up, who took the box? The chick took the box.
The chick took the stuff.
So now they have everything that they need to clone. Now you just got to find another dumbass scientist to figure it out.
Church. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I like I said, for me, it was kind of boring, but hearing it in that different perspective, that kind of makes it a little bit better. It does. I mean, is the show bad? No. I don't understand why it's getting a lot less views though. Like why it's not getting as many.
That's the real talking point here. Yeah, why is no one watching this shit? Why is no one watching this shit?
Yeah, because it's still good.
It's literally the same fucking show.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird as fuck to me. I'm enjoying it. I think it's been great. Episode 3 was okay. The scientist part to me wasn't very interesting, but they still went with it. Like I said, I was kind of surprised that they brought this actress in, who is the same actress that just came out in Quantumania.
People said that they would like to see her as Abby.
Dude. I mean, I wouldn't see her as anyone else. She's a little bit older though. Abby's gonna have to be like a teen, because she's a little bit younger or about the same age as Ellie.
No, she's about 4 years older than Ellie. 4 or 5 years older than
Ellie. Is she older than her? I thought
she's older.
Like a little bit younger.
She's
in the second game, she's in her early 20s. She's like 22.
No, but this chick's old. This
I
chick is
can
not
definitely
playing.
see her as Abby though. I
This
don't
chick
give a fuck how old she is. Yeah, I don't care
Oh
how
yeah,
old she
dude,
is.
just fucking like
Grow the hair a little bit.
Yeah, some good like like makeup and stuff like that to kind of like smooth out some stuff. Yeah, man, she could pass for an early 20s.
rather masculine. Abby is rather masculine too, man.
Yeah, dude, I could totally
Robert
see her
says
as Abby.
Florence Pugh
No,
As Abby?
as Abby.
no.
I mean, I could see it, but like she's way too big of a heavy hitter to be on that show.
And you need to be honestly, you
Pedro
need to be.
Pascal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Pedro
Pedro
Pascal's
Pascal.
doing more work, but I feel like Florence is asking for a fuckload of cash more than Pedro Pascal. Oh, Jesus
Too hot
says,
for Abby.
too hot for Abby.
Too
He's
hot
like
for
fucking
Abby.
celebrity right now.
Rad, dude. Fucking wild, and I'm telling you, man, these guys are hard today.
Like right now, the only talking points that Florence Pugh has in any kind of media is every time she goes on a red carpet event, and it's pretty much you can see right through her clothing. That's her only talking point at the moment.
Florence
Oh,
Pugh
man,
is hot though. I mean,
Well, good on her, man. She's a
I
good
would-
lady.
Like
Yeah, she's a pretty
I
lady.
wouldn't mind seeing her as Abby, but I just don't think that'd be a good fit. Yo.
yeah.
So what do you guys think so far, Mandalorian rating, and what are you guys excited for to see coming up in the next episode?
I honestly, go, because I don't
Yeah.
want to give my shit.
if I were to say two things, I would like to see some good back history, brought live action to the Dark Blade, and dude, maybe a square off between Paz Vizsla or the armor with Bo-Katan, dude.
True that.
Some
Sure
fucking
that.
straight hand throwing, bro. Let's scrap. Let's do this.
I'm just
Right.
along for the ride, bro. They need to pick the shit up. They need to kick it into like this episode was cute and I enjoyed it. I got where they were going, obviously a little bit more than I probably should have. Maybe I'm just giving it more credit than I should, but they need to pick it up, dude. They need to
Okay.
pick it up. If I'm gonna give it a rating, I'll probably give it like around a 6.5 right now.
Okay,
they
so
need-
it's kind of mids.
Yeah, it's mids. It's a lot mids. Three episodes in, it's mids, bro. So they need to pick it up.
Yeah,
Things
it's kind of in the same venture. I'm kind of like at least a 7. Like I said before, the reason why I'm about this is because Star Wars has been very dry. So to get something back with Star Wars is kind of making me a little bit more happy and giddy. Seeing an air battle kind of made me a lot more happier than seeing them just shooting people in a fucking Book of Boba Fett situation again. Kind of tired of that spaghetti western shit. I want to see some space action. But yeah, like I'm really excited. I think I said this before, and we're way closer to it now, where we had Bo-Katan meet the Forger, and now she's been reinstated into the Mandalorian culture, which is something that she finds kind of comical and not worthy of her
I think
time.
she's gonna
But
have
now
a
that
culture
she's
shock.
kind of like, now that she has to be involved in it, and she sees this entire culture respecting it more than she does. I kind of feel with what I got from the last episode is that she misses the camaraderie of the Mandalorians, and getting that at the end after everyone touched her shoulder, minus Hams, because Hams didn't touch her shoulder for shit. He just stayed back there and looked at everybody all
Bro, he's trying to give her hands, bro.
straight eyes.
And I
shit.
want credit because I said it last week that not only did Jaren got bathed in that water, but she did too.
But she did too.
That
Yeah,
was
dude.
going.
Called it.
I'm so glad that they acknowledged
Yeah,
that.
you called that shit, and it was good.
Like I
and-
called that shit, and I was like, "Yo, that's
and
going to restore her faith."
It was one of those things where like you saw and you noticed that she really wasn't taking her helmet off, and she really didn't have a purpose to have it on, because beforehand she was fucking slapping
She's
that
broken.
bitch in the head. You know what I mean? Like any moment she had, she'd be like, "Woo, it's hot in there!" Like fuck, she didn't give a shit. So like this one moment, she kept that shit on after she got out of the waters.
Why is she not saying anything about the Mythosaur?
Because it's going to devalue the idea of the Mandalorian culture, because her great whatever is the thing that killed it.
So the Mandalore the Great, right? The guy who like created the Mandalorian culture, he killed one and tamed the rest of them and rode one like a dragon. And like her being, I guess, like brought back to that is, might give her like a new appreciation for her culture and stuff like that. Who knows? I would love to see, a very nice common ground between the two of them.
To me, it's like a first to the egg kind of thing, right? Like she saw the mythosaurus, and she's like, "I'm gonna ride that bitch." But if she tells everyone, then everyone's gonna try to get at it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if she keeps that shit quiet and then brings all the people back to Mandalore, and then takes a dip in the pool, and she's like, "Oh, look at what I found," everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa, it's our queen or whatever. How cool!" And she's gonna be like, "Yes, got him." You know what I mean? Like, fuck yeah, I set this shit up. But if she tells everybody, everybody's gonna be after that shit. Everybody's gonna want that crown. And she already had the blade taken from her. Why does she
That
want
makes
this taken
sense.
from her?
That makes sense. I could see that.
The other thing too is maybe my understanding is that it was killed. Like the last one was killed by her like great grandfather or whatever, and that's what created the Mandalorian tribe. So for her to go under there, save Din Djarin or whatever, and come back up and see it, it questions everything of what was the Mandalorian culture in the first place.
You're not entirely wrong. He
Right.
killed one, but he tamed the rest of them.
Yeah, because look, even Ozzy in the comment section says, yeah, they were extinct. They went extinct.
Yes, and they were extinct before Tar Vizsla created the Darksaber.
The Darksaber. Now, what's cool is that it almost thinks like even though she knows a fuckload about Mandalore, she's still learning about her culture. Like she's still learning about her planet that she came from. So she doesn't know everything anymore.
Mm.
So for her to go back and conquer it and rebuild it, like it's going to take a lot of work. But for her to see the Mandalorians cult or tribe and how they're sticking together, she's going to be like, well, what of the others? Can we all go back and rebuild Mandalore? I think that's what I'm kind of more excited for. Like, is the opportunity to see this culture go back to its country or its base of operations and then rebuild all the whole Mandalorian story, like from what it was before, where they were like a whole Spartan race of warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool, man. I think we lack that in the Star Wars environment or communities, I guess. So yeah,
Ozzy in the comments, I think I'm in the same boat as you, bro. Like I got to go back and watch Rebels because especially before the Ahsoka show comes out. Because
it's not only Rebels, but it's also the Clone Wars. Because most
of
the stories
Clone Wars, I'm kind of good on.
Yeah,
Rebels,
but the Clone Wars actually explains a lot more of the Mandalorian culture. Rebels explains more Ahsoka Tano's.
That's what I'm saying. Like before Ahsoka comes out, I'm definitely gonna have to watch Rebels.
But like, I mean, yeah, I'm excited.
But it's all dealing. It's all of it is dealing with clones. So it's like it's all tied. And if you notice, we haven't been talking about it, but the Bad Batch season 2 has been getting a lot of good praises.
Shit. I didn't even see part 1, dude.
Yeah, we should probably catch up on that because a lot of people were talking about it.
Right
I heard the first season wasn't good, but the second season's been
it's
really
picking
good.
Up.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, I'm probably gonna have to watch that shit too.
Yeah, and they're talking about clones there as well. So clones are gonna be very prevalent moving forward.
All right. I mean, fuck. Then I'll have to. Yeah. Then I'm gonna jump on that shit for reals.
And it's only 2 seasons in. We can knock that out.
Yeah, we can catch up to that shit pretty easy. Sorry, Dawson, man. That's true. For me, it's one of those things. Like I'm really excited to see like I've said before. It's my major thing. I'm really excited to see the interaction between Bo-Katan's mentality and the Forgers later on. I kind of feel like mid-season or maybe a little bit past it, the hype is going to be that Bo-Katan is not going to keep her helmet on. She's going to flip out and she's going to say it's all stupid and that the way that they need to do it is her way. Because that's always been her problem, is that she thinks the way that things were handled in the old traditional ways, that they don't work anymore. And that's
I don't know if that's going to create a conflict, because the way that the Forger was speaking to her, she was like, dude, you haven't taken your helmet off. So as of right now, you're one of us. So whatever you decide to do is on you. But as of right now, you're one of us. I don't think she's expecting much.
Her an out. Yeah, to Brian's credit, she did give her an out. She was like, you can
or you can leave
time, dude.
Yeah, you can leave. You can leave whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, you're one of us. So,
but I'm going to tell you this right now: the turmoil is going to be she's not going to want to leave without her Mandalorians. Like the thing is it's her battling another person's ideology of her people.
But she doesn't have that. I get what you're saying, but she would need to be opposed to that. She doesn't
Yep.
believe in the Mandalorians at all.
At
Like
all. She doesn't
she
believe in
doesn't
that
give a
culture.
fuck. So like,
Yeah.
if you guys want to stay here and be all weird on your own little planet, that's fine by me, dude. Like, because I'm gonna do my own thing anyway. I don't think they're gonna have to build to that, which I do think they are going to. I think there's
Yeah, I
going
mean,
to
it would be a
build to that.
loss if they didn't build on that.
But they're
Because
gonna. It's gonna
what
take some
she
time.
hands over them is she's been to Mandalore. That's exactly where every one of those Mandalorians want to be. They don't want to be living in caves anymore. They want to be on their home planet.
But see, like, she knew that Mandalore was cool. Like, she wasn't under the guise that you can't go there because it's toxic. She was like, she gave Din Djarin the blessing. Dude, if you want to go over there, go over there. It's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with Mandalore. It's just in ruins and no one's with me, so fuck it.
But look at how she responded to Mandalorians, remembering how she met Din Djarin and literally laughed at him for following that culture because they weren't on her side. She was like, I got my people. You can have your people that lives in caves or whatever. I don't care what you guys do. But now that she has no one.
To be completely fair, maybe I'm just, being that guy. Like, I'm pretty sure Din Djarin's like, my people's starting to look pretty good right now, right?
Yeah, yeah. She's like, well, we got the Black Blade. And I
don't get that, dude.
Team.
I'm kind of. I think what's failing for me in this season is, like, as far as I'm concerned, all he cares about is Grogu, and that's it. He doesn't care about the Darksaber. He doesn't really care about the
just
man.
Like Grogu, man.
He cares a little
he's
bit
already
about.
tried to hand it over twice. He's like,
yeah,
like, I
like,
don't
he doesn't
I got my
really
kid,
care
I'm good.
about. He doesn't really care about much. Like, he cares about being a Mandalorian just enough to, like. But I kind of feel like that could waver at any moment. Like, yeah. I don't know, dude.
I mean, you put Grogu in a hospital, I guarantee he's gonna shoot everybody up and get him back.
You fucking right, he will.
Yeah, he's gonna do the same shit he did in the last two, man. He's about that life. Yeah, he's like, the only thing I care about this season is Ellie and Grogu.
Right?
Done. Daddy time, man. No, but straight up, I think the most exciting thing for me is going to be the flip out of Bo-Katan. It's gonna get there. It's gonna get to that level.
I agree. I know that there's gonna be some sort of ideological.
It's what it is, dude.
And they're gonna and it's gonna come to clash.
Yeah.
And I think in a very, very explosive way.
And Mando and Din Djarin or the Mandalorian is going to be Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai. He's gonna be the thing that mends the old and the new together. I mean, that's like his whole thing, or Grogu is, or whatever. I can't wait for them to make Grogu a little Mandalorian helmet that he'll never take off, dude. I can't wait for that. So guys, overall,
dude, is Brian?
What do you guys? Yeah, Brian straight up froze. There he is. He's back. Yeah, you froze real quick.
Okay.
So guys, overall, what's our rating, and what do you guys think of the Mandalorian?
Let me go first because I don't know if my internet's gonna go back out.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 6, and I'm good.
Okay, Triggs.
7.
I give it a 7 also. If you're not watching it, I think it's a missed opportunity for you. Probably the best thing for Star Wars that's going on right now. Totally worth it. Can't wait for the next episode. These drop, what is it, like maybe every Tuesday? Wednesday?
Wednesday morning.
Yeah, they drop every Wednesday. So guys, if you're out there in the radio waves and you don't know when it pops, every Wednesday. What sucks is now we don't have The Last of Us to watch after the podcast anymore. So that kind of sucks, but we still got Pedro on the internet or on the waves in The Mandalorian. What else are you guys watching on that's television show wise that you can recommend?
Shadow and Bone season 2 on Netflix, based off a very, very popular book series by Lee Bardugo by the same name, Shadow and Bone. Like small, like, I guess, like synopsis of the show is there's a girl named Alina Starkov and her best friend Mal. She's what's called a Grisha, or a sorcerer, but she happens to be like the rarest one, which is called a sun summoner. There's like a lot of political turmoil going on that's caused by this big black cloud called the Fold. And if you pass through the Fold, you die pretty much. And she's made it her mission to try and bring down the Fold.
Oh, fuck. That's crazy. Brian, what about you? What are you watching right now?
I'm not watching none of that shit, bro. Like I don't. I honestly, there's nothing on TV that's interesting to me whatsoever, bro. Like I watch.
Check out Shadow and Bone, dog. I'm telling you, it's
I'm
brutal.
on YouTube. Nah, fuck that. I'm on YouTube all day, bro. Like I that's all I do, man. Fuck that shit, Tricks. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. Nah, but nah. Seriously, like I'm more of a documentary type of person, man. If it's like some wild documentary shit, I'll check it out. But other than that, dude, I'm on YouTube. I don't really do much.
Sweet. Okay, good shit.
Dude, check out the Bernie Madoff documentary if you're into it.
I've seen it twice, actually. That's my type of shit.
Yeah, dude.
Easy ass and titties, baby. All right, bro, but I don't even know what that means.
Don't get him started. Yo.
Fucking right. All about that log. He's crazy. It's late for him, man. He's partying hard right now. Yo, what I have been watching, and I've been a pretty big fan of, there's an anime called Tokyo Revengers.
Oh, man.
And Tokyo Revengers is a really interesting anime. I don't know if you guys heard about it. It's high school kids doing gang shit. And it's really, really good.
It's like Crow Zero, but
no, dude, fucking Triggs knows.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the old school version of this called Crow Zero.
I have no idea why. I have no idea why you have such high praise of it. It's so cheese.
It's bad, dude. It's literally just a bunch of weird Street Fighter characters that are high school kids. And they just go around beating the shit out of each other to be the number one fighting team in the fucking school. But Netflix has recently released the entire series of High and Low, the Worst. And High and Low is another variation of this style of movie making where high school kids are young. They're in like the whole Japanese aesthetic of high school kids costumes and hair and spiky shit and fucking wild fucking pretty boy shit. And the whole thing is them literally just beating the living fuck out of each other. And I'm not saying just beating each other up. These guys literally beat the living fuck out of each other. The action is good. Well worth it if you just need something to watch and you just have a lot of time to waste. There's no real story except for someone wants to be the best fighter in the school. There's already one established, and he's usually a higher classman.
And it's always a freshman.
You're just going up the rankings. You have to fight the dude that's in the wrestling team, the fishing team, the gymnastics team. Everybody's got a fighter, and they're all beating the shit out. Super good. It's called High and Low, the Worst. It was made in 2019. Highly recommended. There is one fight scene that's in it that if you are a person that likes martial arts films, highly recommended. It's one continuous shot, and it's almost 3 minutes long. This one whole fucking fight scene is almost 3 minutes long. Continuous shot. The camera is not cutting. It's not going in. It's just following the entire fight scene. And it's fucking cool, dude. Fucking cool. You guys go check it out. Super good. Boys, what do you guys got planned for the weekend?
Work.
Oh, yeah. Brian said work. Triggs, I didn't get to ask you.
So, yeah, man.
What?
So I guess let me drop my tea, dude. I got a promotion / transfer, man.
Good shit.
I'm going to Austin.
Yay. Austin's nice, dude.
Yeah.
Well, thank God we run our
man,
podcast on fucking internet.
Yeah, dude.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah,
So when is that taking place?
Monday.
Nice.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
Did they already got you all set up like a place to stay?
So that's why I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be staying with my sister again in the Belton area. Okay, so I'm gonna be staying with my sister in the Belton area.
Nice, dude.
And yeah, so I'll be doing things out there, man. You know, man, I was just exhausted from today packing and like my work and stuff like that. So Monday, this entire weekend is pretty much just going to be me. Whatchamacallit, just getting myself out of here,
situated and stuff. Hey man, well, congratulations, Austin.
Congrats,
is
bro.
a beautiful fucking city. It's big as fuck, and there's always a lot of opportunity, man. So go out there, kick a lot of ass, and again, every Friday we're here on the Average Boys, and it's online. So no fucking around. It's still online, so
I
that's
mean,
what makes
dude.
it
I mean,
weird.
I was in Colleen when we had Nick Garber, Carlos Ferro, Parker
Yeah. You see,
Coppin.
like it's. I love our
Yeah.
format, dude. I love our
Yeah.
fucking format. But congratulations, dude. Oz asked Belton. I think I might know a gaming bar out there near Temple.
Yeah, there's actually one near Temple. There's the 8-Bit Bar in Colleen. I don't know if it closed down or not. This was like when I was up there, it was during the pandemic and they were still closed. But Oz, fucking send me
Info.
that bar, dude. I'll take pictures if it's still open.
Excellent. Well, congratulations, brother. I hope that it works out for you, and I hope everything fucking it's smooth as shit, dude. I really do. I just hope that everything works out for you, and I couldn't be prouder, dude. Couldn't be prouder and happy for you.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
Guys and everybody in the comment section, I have to say thank you very much for tuning in with us today. It's always appreciated that you guys are here with us. We appreciate every one of you and everyone jumping in the comment section, everybody leaving likes and loves and all that stuff. We appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for spreading the word and helping us build this, because it's always a fucking fun place to be every Friday. And during the week, if you're not busy and you mess with Discord, don't be afraid to find us on Discord. Our channel's all over the place. We have a great time in there just chatting with everybody and keeping up and doing a bunch of crazy shit. Let us know if you need the link and we'll send it to you guys in the DMs. Other than that, I just want to say to all of our extraordinary listeners, we appreciate every one of you and we thank you very much. We hope you have a safe weekend with your family and friends. And we'll catch you again here next Friday on the show live here on Facebook with the Average Boys Podcast. Thank you guys very much. You guys be safe. We'll see ya.
Peace.
Game over.